dear, inexplicable audio log that has been capturing my struggles for the last 3 years via the power of clock convenience. It has been, like I said, 3 years since I was dumped on an island with nothing but a volleyball in my hopes and dreams. I thought back in those days the Sentai plane was gonna save me, but all it left me was some subs. The fuck am I gonna do with those on a show called Dub Talk? Anyway, as you've already noticed, I'm prone to using strong language, as well as content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Even my volleyball friend here, Wilma, is afraid of them. She tells me things, you know. She tells me lots of things. She also tells me spoilers for things that may or may not have come out while we've been trapped here on this island. This godforsaken island of sports ball. Even though I don't know how she will, but she's a volleyball and she can't talk. I swear, I haven't been into anything lately. Finally, anything said by Wilma or me or any of the other sports balls in this island of sports balls is that of their own, and they don't reflect any of us as a whole. Is that a plane? Gigi, stop! What the hell are you doing in here? What, you've come to save me. Wait, that's the Sentai plane. Wilma! It's a Sentai plane, it's got dubs! We're saved! We're saved from this horrible, awful castaway joke that I've flown over so many heads. Come on guys, you all know this is the disclaimer to the Haikyu episode. So, let's go get that chance ball.
It's been 10,000 years! It's time to talk about Haikyu!
God damn it.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Megan, and I just did the world's worst Barbara Goodson impression.
Who's Barbara Goodson?
If you can't guess by the title card and the fact that we're finally fucking talking about Haikyuu, this is the Dub Talk episode about Haikyuu. Have you watched Haikyuu? I've watched Haikyuu. I've been waiting for Haikyuu for 3 years now? Who's counting? I mean, it's not like Sentai dubbed some other questionable things like Amnesia, 2 seasons of Diabolic Lovers, and Cross Ange well instead of this, right guys? Guys?
Look, Diabolic Lovers was great. Don't be a fucking hater.
Hi, Gigi. Are you ready to talk about boys handling balls?
Yes, I am. Let's go, Dateko.
Oh, Lord.
Good to know you like them. Tall, hard, and blocking.
Of course.
Wow.
What?
I like that
the
iron
ANN
wall.
Page for Haikyuu, it says objectionable content, mild.
Oh, that's going to change tonight, friends.
Can it not? It's supposed to be a wholesome, fun show about friendship and volleyball.
And
Can
shipping?
It not?
Close enough. We also have everyone's favorite mom, Lilac.
Hi, Mom.
Hi. I've also been waiting for this dub for years. Not as much as Megan has, obviously. But still.
Don't worry, I only threatened to burn Sentai down 5 times.
Yeah. I mean, with Haikyuu, since it came out last year in a year of mythical dubs.
Yeah,
this is one of those
seriously.
mythical dubs, because we had Gosek, Hyoka, Anohana. Haikyuu is basically Sentai's mythical dub, if anything.
Yeah, seriously. Where were you the day that Carolyn from Sentai, standing in front of a room of weebs at AX, pulled out a volleyball and said the words, chance ball, and it happened, and you could hear me screeching.
I was on
from
Skype
across
with
the
you.
country.
No, yeah.
I was, okay guys,
She
legitimately,
freaked
I
the
was
fuck
in a
out.
state of panic for 7 hours.
I was like, why is she
She
holding
was
a ball?
fucking
Oh,
psycho.
you gotta be, are you shitting me? Oh, that's a ball. Not just any ball.
It's
But-
a volleyball.
In the words of SpongeBob, it's not just a rock! It's a boulder! It's a volleyball! Oh man, those anime boys used to hit him for days! Anyway, before we get too
Lord.
off track, tonight we are going to be talking about Haikyuu, the 2000 and I'm on ANN and I literally can't tell you what year this came out. Good
A long
shit.
time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
No, it's looks to be 2014.
Thank you. Anyway, Yes, we're talking about the 2014 sports anime Haikyu, the story of Shoyo Hinata, who began playing volleyball after seeing the small giant, or the little giant, or whatever the fuck he calls him, play while he was in elementary school. When he went into middle school, he spent his entire 3 years being literally a one-man team, and then makes his own team of his friends and 2 unsuspecting freshmen. It's there he meets Tobio Kageyama, who proceeds to do what we call dumpstering the poor guy. However, Hinata soon joins Karasuno High School, and there he finds Kageyama. Now the 2 enemies must become friends and teammates, along with a couple of third years, some second years, to take down all the other volleyball boys in Japan. By the way, guys, this is animated by the same people who make fucking Ghost in the Shell. So It looks really good. Unfortunately,
What up, Production IG?
Unfortunately, a couple years later, they'd make a show about ballroom dancing with characters who looked like a giraffe fucked a lamppost.
I was gonna say, like, when I was watching Welcome to the Ballroom, I was like, why does this look like Haikyu with really long necks?
Yeah, it's the same
team.
animation studio.
Great.
Yeah, it's Production IG, and they also did Ghost in the Shell, like Megan said, and
they also did Kuroko's Basketball, which also doesn't have a dub.
But it doesn't have really long necks. But it does
like
have
I
strange
said,
5 o'clock
everybody in
shadows.
Welcome to the Ballroom looks like a giraffe fucked a lamppost.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
I'm the host. I get to anyways, people. So tonight, we 3 ladies of the Dub Talk podcast who have been waiting very, 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 very patiently for this dub. And by very patiently, I mean like a bunch of screaming baboons in a cage and Steph.
You about to say that was you, not me.
And Steph as the zookeeper. So tonight we are going to talk about mostly Karasuno and a couple of other people. Unfortunately, if you've ever seen Haikyuu, the cast of this is kind of giant.
So many
we're
boys.
kind of sticking to season 1 as of right now.
Yeah, also because season 2
hasn't been released.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out this month, but due to some quality issues and the fact that Sentai wanted to make sure that Haikyuu got the best dub that it deserves, that release has been pushed back to, I believe, April?
Thank God my credit card couldn't take it with Yuri on Ice coming out.
Yeah, yours is actually shipping. Mine is stuck somewhere in shipping limbo, fuckers.
Oh, mine's shipping tomorrow.
Go fuck yourself.
Welcome to the madness.
That's the first thing she's gonna watch,
Did you get the standard or limited edition?
Fuck yeah, I got the limited. I got the limited edition because I'm giving my button of Victor to Gigi.
Yay, thank you. Of course I got the limited edition. Why would I ever buy a standard edition of anything?
Because it's the only one available.
I don't know, because if I remember right, the standard edition is already shipped, so that's why I thought maybe you ordered it.
Oh, no, tomorrow.
Limited edition. Anyway, so we are going to start off with the directors and writers of Haikyuu.
There's a lot of people on this
there's
one.
a lot of people on the show, guys.
Hot damn.
Like, it was literally a community effort down in Houston. I wish I was involved. Oh god, how? Sorry. I, hurt my nail. I just hit my finger on something. Ow. We are, even though this is going to be a review, due to the nature of the fact that, we waited literally, 3 years for this. We're going to be talking about predictions. I know this is probably going to make the episode kind of long. Unfortunately, all of mine are on another computer that I don't have access to.
So Megan's either going to remember what she has, or they're just lost forever at this point.
Or she'll make stuff up, which is what I'm hoping.
She might make stuff up.
So yes, my prediction for the director was Wilson the volleyball from Castaway.
God damn it!
And my writer is Tom Hanks.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Look, I can be Zenith.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ladies.
Gigi, did you want to go or do you want me to go?
I mean, I will go because whatever. It's a big pile of boys and they're all here just waiting to play with me or possibly a sport, so that's fine. So my director pick, it really could have been one of 3, and I picked Kyle Colby Jones because really, I mean, the other 2 are kind of standby-ish for now, so of course I picked him. And for my writer pick, I picked my boo, Caitlin Barr, because she wrote did she write School Live? Yeah, she did. She wrote School Live, and she wrote something else that I just watched and my brain is dying completely. But she's also a very cool girl and I really enjoy everything that she's done. And I was hoping that she would write it. Also, like, on the off chance that her and David Wald would work together again, I did put him, but really all votes go to Caitlin.
I also had Kyle Kobe Jones as my ADR director choice. This seems like a show that would be perfectly suited for him compared to what I've seen some of the other directors from Sentai work on before. I felt like Kyle Kobe Jones would be the perfect director for this. I also thought, since he probably would end up as a director possibly for this, he would also potentially be more a writer for this too. So he's one of my writer predictions. My other writer prediction, I actually had David Wald. The reason for that is because I think there was the fear for a while about how the script was going to be adapted for this show, and because there's a lot of fans of Haikyu, and what if we look back at what David Wald did to Diabolic Lovers 2, it's the argument that we had then where he knew what he was getting into, he knew what kind of material this is, he just went for it. And that's kind of the mindset I had here, because I imagine more than likely David Wald's going to be in this cast somewhere. He's going to understand what this show is about. He's going to understand what who the demographic is. Throw him in here. He'll have a ball with this one. So yeah, Kyle Kobe Jones and David Wald are my writer predictions for this.
All right, like I said, my predictions for director were Wilson the volleyball. My prediction for writer was Tom Hanks. Everyone loves Tom Hanks. Thank you for being a friend.
Did Tom Hanks write this?
No, I wish.
Oh.
I wish Tom Hanks did anime. Holy shit.
That'd be
Do you
great.
imagine?
That'd be fucking
They
fantastic.
should do a Tom Hanks anime. I would watch the shit out of that. Like, just like 4 little moe girls in love with Tom Hanks.
Like, could you imagine, like, if
God.
Forrest Gump were an anime?
I can't believe my little Tom Hanks is this cute. And
That'd
also
be
my sister.
amazing. Oh my god, no. Stop it.
Right.
I can't corrupt Tom Hanks. He's too good.
Too good and pure for this
Anyway.
world.
He's too good and pure
Anyway,
for
who's
this
the
world.
actual directing and writing team for this?
Backseat host momming.
Well, I gotta keep this moving
What are
along
you gonna do
somehow,
next?
or you're
Drive
gonna
me
be
to the
fangirl.
McDonald's and order yourself a black coffee?
McDonald's!
Yes!
McDonald's.
Yes, I will. No, we're getting that coffee and we're leaving. That's it.
Fuck
That's
you,
fucking
Mom.
it.
Fuck you, Mom. I'm gonna go hang out with my cool dad, Kyle Kobe Jones. I'm gonna hang out with my even cooler uncle, John Swayze,
Oh.
the assistant director. And I guess my kinda cool aunt, Shannon Reed.
Shannon Reed's a
Uncle.
boy.
Shannon Reed's a guy.
Shit! Fuck! Why do we keep doing that? I thought it was
You keep doing that.
No.
And Andrew.
No, you're talking about Shannon Emmerich when we went to Amnesia. Shannon Reed is a guy. He's a man.
I was on that episode. Holy shit! I'm gonna go
Good
hang.
job.
I guess for writers, I guess I'll go hang with my cooler dad, Kyle Kobe Jones, and my cool mom, Caitlin Barr.
Woohoo!
So who's your real mom?
Wait, then who was phone?
Phone.
What?
You just need to look up and then who was phone, then mom stuff. Anyway, Kyle Kobe Jones as a director has directed little independent series such as Parasite, My Love Story, and some hot flaming garbage called Monster Musume. John Swayze has directed series such as Squid Girl, Jinky Extended in Ushio and Tora, and Shannon Reed has directed series such as Flying Witch and Onigiri. Writing-wise, Kyle Kobe Jones has also written for series like The Long Horizon, Parasite the Maximum, and Gate, and Caitlin Barr has written for series such as Akame ga Kill, School Live, and Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. So, thoughts on director and writer?
I have a problem.
Why?
What's your problem?
My problem is the date. The date is
Oh,
my
no.
problem.
We are already bringing this up.
It's a direction choice. I have to. Like this.
Yeah, this one's a directing choice.
The pronunciation of some of the Japanese words in this anime is off the fucking chain in the worst way. And my Twitter feed is full of Fujos and people who love Haikyuu. And the number one complaint on my Twitter feed is the way they pronounce Hinata and the way they pronounce Dateko. They say date tech for Dateko. Why?
I think it's I think that's just because it literally is spelt out like if you said it in English, date tech. It's probably like Dateko Technical Institute.
I mean,
yeah, I think that's what the school is.
It would be, but that's like not how you
in
say
America,
it.
not
in
America,
America,
not in
we say
Japan.
date tech, but in Haikyu we say Dateko. I don't know. That's just like the number one complaint, and like my poor feed like ripped on this really badly. I was reading all these tweets like when it was out and when I was live tweeting like through it, and they were just like all these pronunciations are so out there. And so that's like the thing that I have with this is the pronunciations of the Japanese names. Now we all know in many episodes of Dub Talk that we've been on and that you've listened to that sometimes it's not their choice. This is what the Japanese production team says is good to go. So if that's the case, hey, date tech, woo. If that's not the case, what the shit. But other than that, I thought that KCJ did a serviceable job here. I've wanted this for so long, and quite frankly, I'm just glad to have it. A singing goat could have directed this, and I would have been okay with it as long as it was in my hands in a premium box set. So I wanted
Hey, guess what happened?
Whoa, Hardy? Oh, shit. Never mind.
I didn't know Hardy was your sugar daddy.
What? He is now.
Oh, God.
Gigi,
What?
shake that ass for me and get me a can to eat.
But you'll chew that instead of me, and that's no fun. But
He'll make you strip tease to like Final Fantasy VII music.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord. Stop it.
But I want to, kudos to him and all the other directors for casting new actors in some of these roles, or at least actors I haven't heard from a lot. And most of them worked. As for Caitlin and Kyle in the writing, they actually sound like teenage boys, which is the best thing for me. And I know some other people might have issues with this, but I love that they were cursing. I love that they were ripping on each other all the time. Like, I have a little brother who played volleyball, and as I was forced to sit through a bunch of his games, like, it's a lot of screaming, it's a lot of yelling, it's a lot of weird sounds and call outs that make no sense if you're watching, but if you're playing, like, there's meaning behind them. And I also used to play volleyball, so that's true in the girls' world too. And
So that's where those knee pads came from.
Yep. They still fit, fam. They still fit. And I loved the nicknames that the coach had for Asahi and for Hinata, like the ginger and the man bun. That was the fuck. Every time he said ginger, I lost my fucking shit. It was so great. And I think there's some cute little subtle touches in here that fans of the series will appreciate. I also don't mind the dude broiness, which I know a lot of people often also have issues with, but I'm all for the dude bro here because I think it's funny. So I really enjoy the writing of this series. It's just the pronunciation issues that have me like on the fence about what was going on behind the scenes. I don't really know if I want to know the answer to that, but if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. And like I said, I'm just glad I have it. So.
I like how you're talking about the swearing issue, and I feel like it's directly pointed towards me.
Fight!
Why would you think that, Mom?
3, 2, 1, go! No, that's... What's the best way to put this? I like the dub too a lot. I mean, Kyle Kobe Jones is probably the best possible choice that they had for directing wise and Sentai's arsenal that they could put the show on. And I think this is actually the first show I've seen where we have, or at least I've seen that Shannon and John have also been directors on it. Because I haven't seen Ushio and Tora. I haven't seen School Live. So this is my first time seeing them as directors and seeing how they do. And with all three of them working together as a cohesive unit, it actually was beneficial, because you can't, it's one of those things where you can't tell where one director's style ends and another begins, and it blends together rather seamlessly, which is great. The writing is also rather interesting too. I liked a lot of the writing. One of my odd things though, and maybe this is just more me, and I haven't seen the Japanese in so long. I don't remember there being much cursing, to be honest. And I kind of felt it kind of seemed off to me with the amount of cursing that was in the show. But again, that might be because I haven't seen the show in so long, and I feel like, wait, was there really people calling each other dumbasses and all this other crap?
Yes, actually there was.
Yeah.
To be fair, if it was Tanaka, it makes sense. But
well, to be fair, Tanaka's like one of the 3 characters in the show that actually swears.
Yeah, like a lot. But it's okay because it's Tanaka.
We'll talk about the love later.
Yes, and the love, and that's.
I gave Tanaka's actor a W. I am legally obligated to like him.
I mean, I don't blame you. Yeah, and I'm legally obligated to like this show too because I kind of did give him my best ensemble award this year. So, yeah. Speaking of, the casting is actually, I loved it a lot. Like Gigi was saying, there are quite a few newer voices that I've never heard of before. And while some of those voices, depending on who we're talking about, it may have taken a bit for me to get used to because I've never heard of these individuals before, and I've never seen them perform before. While it did take a bit for me to get used to some of them, they still were amazing choices in this show. And going back to why I picked this show as my best ensemble from last year for the Dubbies, if one voice actor was replaced in this show, it's one of the situations where the cast just kind of falls apart to me. So as an ensemble, it works fantastically, in my opinion, and I just love it, honestly. It's very, very solid on the directing and writing front, and casting-wise, it's just so enjoyable. So enjoyable. Worth the wait.
Was it good for you?
It was very good for me.
Okay,
Was
good.
it soft?
So soft.
So soft.
Rub. I just want to rub that volleyball.
Whoa! Okay.
Now we're
to
getting
touch the
into
volleyball.
R-rated
You do not
territory.
want to-
Let's change the subject.
You do not want to shove Wilson's... You do not want to give Wilson some head.
That's true. Oh, my jaw hurts just thinking about it.
Whoa!
Okay! We have somehow made Castaway smutty.
Wow.
There is.
If you had that on your bingo card,
Megan,
please
can you
tick
please-
it off that we have ruined the movie Castaway starring Tom Hanks.
Can you please salvage this right now?
Like, you know out there somebody's like, that. You know out there that movie is someone's fetish.
I'm pretty
Probably
sure.
is. That's the craziest part.
I'm almost
Oh yeah, Tom
90%
Hanks naked on an
positive that
island.
there's porn of it already.
I wouldn't be
I want to find.
surprised.
I wonder if on AO3 there exists Wilson x Tom Hanks fanfic.
Probably.
Do you want me to look?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, I talk about my thoughts in the direction of writing. Gigi, I would like you to search AO3 for Castaway fanfiction of
Okay.
Tom Hanks doing the volleyball.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so
Well,
I really
that's a
like
great
this
night
dub.
today.
I really like this dub a lot. I think that Kyle Colby Jones did a really good job directing, as did John and Shannon. I will agree with Gigi on the Dateiko thing, especially because they pronounce all the other school names right. Like, they don't have any problem pronouncing Nekoma. They don't have any problem announcing Karasuno, Karasuno or Karasuno. They don't have any problem pronouncing Albajosai's nickname, Seijo. They don't have a problem pronouncing Albajosai. The Hinata thing really didn't bother me because I've seen it pronounced like 7 different ways in anime, so I don't really know which is the right one at this point. However, one of the things I really like that they did, especially on the writing side, is that they did keep a lot of like in-series jokes from the Japanese. One of my favorite ones being that if you've never watched the show before, there's a character named Iwaizumi who calls Oikawa by the nickname Shirikawa.
Wait. Pause. There's a fanfic called Castaway Kids, and it's a Haikyu fanfic. No way! Okay, so shout out to whoops_heck. There are many things Tsukishima would like to be doing on a Saturday night. Video games, hanging out with his friends, drugs.
Tsukishima!
Really, anything would be better than where he finds himself, a church basement, although he supposes the company isn't too bad.
Who's the company?
It says OT4.
Oh!
Keiji, Kotaro, Koro, and Suki.
Oh my god.
So I hope this gets you more than your 528 hits. But I'm still looking, so sorry. Continue.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Wow.
Didn't expect that. They're gonna
Surprise,
bang in that church
motherfucker!
basement. They're gonna bang in that basement. No, I really enjoyed a lot of the things that they kept. Like speaking of Tsukishima, they call him Suki, and
Yay!
they keep that the only people who really curse are Tanaka, Iwaizumi, sometimes Kendaichi. Like there isn't a lot of like unnecessary cursing to me, and I feel like Haikyuu is a good way to set this up too, because a lot of people are gonna be like, Megan, you complained so much in Free Eternal Summer in the Free episode about the unnecessary swearing and the changes in tone. Here's the thing. The high school boys in Free are essentially what with like Barbie dolls in like a high school setting would be. Free is nobody in Free talks like an actual high schooler. Like legitimately. Like if you think that people in the boys in Free act like actual high schoolers, you give me whatever weed you're smoking. Like,
nice.
The guys in Haikyu act more like actual legitimate high schoolers.
True.
So to me,
True
them
facts.
cursing and stuff doesn't really bother me as much. Because they seem more natural and it seems at home for them. And there are times that it makes me laugh. Like, trust me, when Tanaka calls Oikawa a douchebag, I lost my shit.
That was the fucking best.
Anything regarding Tanaka is
Yeah, just
the
anything
fucking
regarding
best.
Tanaka is the best. I think they gave a lot of really good direction to these guys. Because I do also appreciate that this has a list of guys at Sentai in place that I don't expect, and using a lot of them that I don't really, like, super think of.
Yeah.
And that they didn't say super duper safe with any of their picks, except for one. But that character, literally, that man was born to play this character, and I will hear nothing of it. There's maybe one or two casting, like one character I have an overt issue with. And he's actually in our first section, so we're gonna pretty much knock all my negativity out really quick. But other than that, do we have any other thoughts on the directions? I also, by the way, too, did love the man bun and ginger lines.
Yeah.
Especially ginger for Hinata.
Oh,
like, I'm
God.
so happy they didn't call him Carrot Top. Like,
No,
that
I
would've
just like
been
the
dumb.
fact that the person who called those guys those nicknames, that person in general,
has weird fucking hair.
well, no, it just sounds natural for the person who voices
Yeah.
the coach, so
Hey,
just
Gingy.
saying. Just
Also,
saying.
I would also like to give a shout out to either Caitlin or Kyle Kobe. I don't know which one of you actually wrote this line. But there's a part where Asahi calls Daichi dad.
Best.
And if you're like me and you've been in the Haikyuu fan base for many, many years, you will know that Daichi is team dad and Sugawara, or as we call him, Sugamama.
Oh, Suga.
Sugamama and Daddy Daichi.
No. Here's the thing. I am both Sugawara and Daichi.
You
I have
are
the
put
qualities of
together.
both.
She's their gay butt baby.
I am
Well.
okay with that.
And with that, we're gonna move on.
Well, before we move on,
God.
I would like to announce that there is one work in Castaway 2000, Chuck and Wilson, a Castaway /fic by Morpho Fan, featuring Chuck/Wilson, the volleyball. Crack relationships, so wrong it's right. I'm so sorry, originally written in 2001.
So there is, in
Nice.
fact, a fanfiction of Chuck from
Castaway fucking his volleyball.
Yeah, and it has adult content, so I have to hit the proceed button.
Oh no!
Oh my god! We will link that in the description.
No, we will not!
I will link it on my Twitter.
You can link it on your Twitter. I am not linking it to this episode. Fuck that noise.
Anyway, speaking of fuck that noise, we're gonna talk about our first group of characters.
Ah!
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm not as good as Andrew with segues. That's his only purpose.
Oh, Andrew. Andrew's my twin. Leave him alone.
Oh my
Clearly,
god,
we all
this
know
is
which one's
awful.
the smarter twin.
Are you joking?
She's looking at the fanfic right now.
Read it!
I'm not reading this.
How bad is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, it's something you
I
need
think
to
it's
experience
11?
for yourself. I am clicking
Oh,
that X
no.
away.
Can you please favorite it so that we can read it together at Anime Boston with everybody?
Yeah,
Oh my god, no.
it's linked on my phone. No one
I'm
steal
going
my
to send that
phone.
to my friend for her 18+ version of her fanfic panel. Shout out Liza. Anyway, we're going to talk about our first group of characters. This is going to be a threesome.
Woohoo!
And basically, these are kind of the most important rival characters to Karasuno. So first up is Toru Oikawa. He is
Oh,
the
God.
setter and captain of Seijo.
This
He's-
motherfucker.
Best
This
boy,
motherfucker. He
best-
also is the one who taught Kageyama kind of how to set, and they both came from the same middle school. Though Oikawa is older than him. There was also one point, like, when Oikawa was getting, like, super upset when he was in middle school, and he almost smacked baby Kageyama into the sun, and he was
But when Kageyama was so young and innocent.
before Kageyama had a stick permanently lodged up his ass.
Oh.
Yes.
Then moving over to Tokyo, to the City Boys.
City
Oh,
boy.
I'm so happy they fucking kept that too. If you've never
Stop
watched,
using city boys. That's stupid,
Yeah.
Tanaka.
Shut up, Tanaka. Okay, if you've never seen the Japanese version of it, when the way that Tanaka Seiyu says City Boys, it sounds like he's saying shitty boys. And that's the entire joke, and they kept it.
God bless.
Like, it did not need to be translated. It was that funny already.
It was great.
So, I know we'll talk about Tanaka later, but shout out to you, where the hell are you? Shout out to you, Hayashi, for making that fucking hilarious.
Nice.
So there is Kenma. He is the second-year setter of the Nakoma team, a quiet, slightly socially awkward guy who can read anybody and may as well be Kageyama's match. And there's also, I need to get his first name because I forgot to put it. I put everybody by last name. I also said, I forgot to say Kenma's first name. It's Kenma Kozume and Tetsuro Kuro, the captain in third year of the Nakoma High boys volleyball team. He is large and tall and in charge, and also for some reason paired up with Suki a lot, but you'll need to see season 2 for that. So, predictions for anybody of Oikawa, Kenma, and Kuro. I do remember who my Kenma prediction was.
I only stuck to making predictions for Karasuno. I didn't have anything for these three.
I had Oikawa and I had Kenma.
Yeah, I had 2 for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I stuck pretty close to home on a lot of these. So my Kenma prediction was Corey Hartzog from
Okay.
Diabolic, who you might know is the dude who tried to bang Yui in the cemetery, and the bear bitch.
AKA Teddy Bear.
AKA Teddy Bear. AKA Teddy Bear.
Teddy.
And then I was debating back and forth between my beloved best boy of Haikyuu, Oikawa. Did I want Blake Shepard or did I want Chris Patton? Did I want Blake Shepard and did I want Chris Patton? And when it came down to it, I decided that Oikawa wasn't slutty enough to be played by Blake Shepard.
Says you and not the fan base of this show.
I know. So
I like how that's your standard right there. If the character's slutty enough, you have to put Blake Shepard as a prediction. If not,
I also for some reason wanted him to play against type here. So I did Chris Patton was my number 1 best boy. Ow, fuck, Oikawa pick. I just I just slammed my hand on my wall that's behind me. Don't ask. Okay, bye.
Good job.
Nail.
What did you say?
I thought you broke a nail.
I did break a nail.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hit it
Rest
so
in
hard.
peace.
Breaking a nail today.
Here lies one of Gigi's nails.
God, that's like the first time I got nailed in like a month. Jesus
Da,
Christ.
da, 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 da.
I'm going home.
No, you're already at home.
Right?
I'm going home. As in, I'm going to go see my parents. Goodbye.
Welcome to
guys.
the OG Ladies Night, friends. Did you miss us?
All we need to do is start slut shaming Lilac, and then we're good.
No,
Oh, okay.
let's not.
I mean, kink shaming.
No, can we not?
You get the
Please?
Justin Timberlake. I'll get the picture of Josh Greeley.
All right.
No! We're over this. Stop.
So I don't remember a prediction for Kuro, though. I'm probably sure I probably put like I don't know fucking David Wald or some shit or. No, actually, I think I put Dave Matranga.
Oh, okay. I mean, he is in the show. Just...
Yeah, my prediction for Kenma was Adam Noble. Because I've seen one
okay.
episode of Umaru-chan, and for some reason the brother in Umaru-chan just reminded me of Kenma.
Okay.
And then, so I've had one person in my mind to always play Oikawa. And I've had this in my head since Sentai announced they had the license to it. And it was that if anybody but Chris Patton played Oikawa, it would be a failure.
High five.
That's comforting.
High five.
Well, it's a good thing I was fucking right.
Woo!
So, Oikawa is being played by Chris Patton, Kenma is being played by Clint Bickham, and Koro is being played by Tai Mahani. Chris Patton, you'll know him as Run in Akamego Kill, JC in Red Garden, and of course, everyone's favorite vampire brother who does not know caring is sharing.
Sharing is caring, Ayato.
So,
Sharing
Ayato
is caring.
Sakamaki in Diabolic Lovers and Diabolic Lovers. More blood.
Yay.
Clint Bickham is Mochizuki in Another, Akihito Kambra, My Husbando, in Beyond the Boundary, and Odie in Gatchaman Crowds. Tai Mahani, you will know him as Umetaro Nozaki in Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. You will also know him as the one you do not tell how to bathe, Shu Sakamaki, in Diabolic Lovers and Diabolic Lovers.
You
More
little
blood?
slut.
Yui, little slut, why aren't you playing volleyball with me?
Oh, shit.
That sounded nothing like Shu Sakamaki.
No.
I had way too much emotion in my voice for Shu Sakamaki.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Oh,
no.
God.
Yui, you little slut.
Stop
play
it.
volleyball.
Come on, stop it.
He's also Gin Dojima in Food Wars. So, our thoughts on the rivals to Karasuno.
They're a thing that exists.
Thanks!
Really? You gonna do me like that?
Okay. Correction. Kuro is a person who exists. Meanwhile, Kenma and Oikawa are pretty fucking awesome people. There we go.
But Kuro is plasma. We must be fluid. Fluid like plasma. I took that in
Funny
the
because
to
I
get to
just
the
rewatched
brain.
that episode.
I took that
It's
in
funny because I just rewatched that episode.
I took that in the dirtiest way possible. To the fact
Of course you
They said
did.
That I
plasma,
wrote-
not cum, Gigi.
that I hate when you do that. I just put yes.
Your girl.
Yes. I love it. I loved it. At first I thought it was like not gonna like I didn't know who it was, and then I saw the character and I was like Andrew Love, but then I heard Andrew Love somewhere else and I was like, okay. But this
Yeah,
worked.
Andrew Love's also part of Nekuma.
Yes, and he is fantastic. Love it. I love you, Andrew Love. Perfect. So yeah, I really liked Kuro. Kenma, I thought it was really kind of breathy and very meek and timid, but that's the way I think that you would play a soft-spoken character. Like, I think it worked really well for Kenma, because Kenma's kind of like, I don't know. He's a weird little cat. Kenma's a weird little cat, but I really enjoyed Clint's performance of him. Like, it wasn't something that I would normally hear in an anime, so I really enjoyed that it was kind of a little different for me. And then Oikawa, girl, I can't. What did I say? I wanted a womanizing dick with a cocky attitude, and that is exactly what I got. I feel like Chris showed what a complex character Oikawa actually is. And he's a wonderful, cocky, arrogant asshole genius. He's an asshole. He's obviously my favorite character in the fucking show.
Gee, I wonder why.
I love Oikawa so much. But, you know, I'm glad it went this way instead of the Blake way. Because I feel that Chris Patton, in his performance, he played Oikawa a little more straight than it could have been. Like, it could have been off the chain Blake Shepherd, sexy, make the panties drop. But instead it was like,
you mean Iki from...
basically, and Laito and every other character besides Soma in Food Wars that Blake Shepherd plays. But I was just like, okay, so it's still sexy, make the panties come off slowly, but then you can tell that there's like a mind like churning in his performance, which I think is really hard to do.
I'm sorry, Gigi, your analogies are the fucking best. Sorry, I have to say that. The panties coming up slowly. What the fuck?
Oikawa is like the striptease of Haikyu, god damn it.
I love your analogies. I'm sorry. I had to say that.
But yeah, anyway, I loved it. And I wanted him to be my Oikawa forever. I also thought this was a better performance than Ayato, but then again, I don't like Ayato. So, I mean...
Well, Ayato's a shit, so I don't blame you.
I don't like Ayato, but I liked this. I think this was a better performance, too. Which is it's basically sort of the same-ish, if you think about it. But, I don't know. Oikawa is my best boy in Haikyuu. Everyone can fucking fight me. I don't care. I'm trash. You guys know this.
We've known you for how long, Gigi?
I know. You can fight me in the trash can. It's Gigi versus everyone else.
It's the cats versus the crows.
Cats versus the crows. The trash can showdown.
Okay. All right, my turn. So, when I was saying that Kuro is kind of forgettable, I think that's more of the fault of the Nekoma arc, the Nekoma match that they have, where Tai didn't have an extreme amount to do at the time, and really the focus, if anything, on Nekoma ended up being Kenma, if that makes sense. So for me, Tai, unfortunately, his performance is forgettable, but I think that's more of the fault of Kuro not exactly being around that much or as a prominent opponent or character for that match. But if what you were saying earlier about apparently him being the opposite of Suki is accurate, then I really need to see season 2 then. And then what else?
Season 2, there's an arc in season 2 that can just be described as Suki gets harassed by a black cat and an owl.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh.
That's great. Clint, my note for Clint Bickham on Kenma. Clint is such a quiet, shy boy. Kenma is a good boy. Kenma is a good boy.
So soft.
So soft like a kitten. He's a little kitten. He actually is really adorable as the
soft
really
kitty,
soft-spoken,
warm kitty, little
ball of fur.
Happy kitty, sad kitty, beats
purr,
Carson
purr,
into the dirt
purr.
because he's a smarter kitty. Purr.
God damn it! No, but I really enjoyed Clint as Kenma. He's the quiet, unsuspecting kind of character, and that's basically what Kenma is. Because during the practice match with Karasuno, they show how Kenma is opposite in his mindset and strategic plays compared to Kageyama, who's a bit more vocal and brash at times. So that's a good contrast to have there. And then this is, I have to also read my exact note regarding Oikawa. Chris Patton is such a cocky little shit lord named Oikawa, and it's lovely. Because Oikawa is a little fucking shit lord.
He's the best.
Because I rewatched at least 10 episodes. I rewatched the first 9, and then I went to episode 12 so I can get a refresher on the Nekoma characters we were covering. And Chris Patton, it's almost like he's born to play Oikawa. It's one of those situations. And it's also very interesting because, like Gigi was saying, Oikawa is actually a bit more complex than what you see on the surface level as this pretty boy, cocky, really good ace player. And we see that a lot more in their tournament match for the Inter-High later on in the first season. And seeing Chris play those more traumatizing, dramatic moments for him, and also beating the shit out of Kageyama at one point, it was really interesting, and it kind of got to show a bit more range for Chris than just being the stuck-up pretty boy stuck-up pretty boy or a cocky asshole like we unfortunately sometimes see him typecast as. So it's really refreshing to see a character who is that typecast but also can break away from it at the same time. So for me overall, I loved Chris as Oikawa. I loved Clint as Kanma. Tai I like as Koro, however, Koro needs more shit to do before I can really give him an A+.
Megan.
So fun fact, Kuro was the one person I have a big problem with in the show.
Oh.
Really?
Okay.
Kuro sounds really old. He sounds very much older than a lot of the other guys. Like, I was taken back at how deep his voice was. Especially because I'm, like, the last two times I've seen Tai Mahani play a high school boy, they were Shu and fucking Nozaki. And Nozaki didn't seem that deep. Like, I would have actually preferred Kuro to sound along the same range as Nozaki, not as deep as he was. Because he sounded so jarring opposed to how youthful yet distant Kenma sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I really did enjoy Clint Bickham as Kenma. Like, he was one of the ones I was very apprehensive about, because I mostly know Clint Bickham, like I'm not gonna, like, beat around the bush that my favorite Clint Bickham role is Akihito in Beyond the Boundary. Like, that's my favorite performance of his. Like, you can come fucking fight me. So I was really, really happy that they were very similar, or that he did it, and that his performance sounded a lot different from, Ken Masayu, because Ken Masayu is Yuki Kaji, because Yuki Kaji's in fucking everything. So that's right, children, Eren Yeager is a little tiny volleyball shy boy.
Yep.
In the Japanese. But I really want to see Kenma more in the second season dub, where you get to see Nekoma more. Because because we really only see Nekoma in that one practice match in season 1. That's and you kind of see them again at the end, but, like, spoiler alert for season 2, a lot of time is spent with some other schools in Tokyo, which means that Kenma comes, as well as another character on Nekoma that I really actually enjoy a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing who they cast as him. Please kind of let it be Josh Grilly. He would be fantastic as this character. But for me, again, like, one of the biggest highlights in the show is Chris Patton's Oikawa. Like, Oikawa, you don't get to see a lot of him until the very last match of the first season, where Aoba Josai beats Karasuno.
Right. And
you kind of go through everyone's mentality, but the way that he plays Oikawa as, like, I'm trying to think of the wording is, when Oikawa talks to his teammates, he's very positive and peppy. He can be a little bit of a kind of a cocky little tease, but he is so freaking smart.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that he is smarter than Kageyama, that he's literally basically the coach of their team. Like, they even kind of pointed out in, the end of the first season, Coach Ukai points out that, hey, did you notice, Aoba Josai's timeouts, where it seemed like a meeting just between the players and the coaches were only kind of there to advise. As opposed to when you watch the show and when you see Karasuno take a timeout, it's a lot of the coaches still guiding them. And I really like how Chris Patton played the character.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have had anybody else play this character yes, is it for people who find Oikawa attractive, which unfortunately I don't find Oikawa attractive, the most attractive character in the show.
More for
Neither do I.
me.
Spoiler alert, it's Suga.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
I am the most attracted to Suga.
Wow. Actually, that makes
Even
sense for
even
you.
I like some vanilla, okay?
That
I'm
makes
about to say
sense for
that.
you.
I thought I was the only one.
No, Suga's attractive.
Suga
Suga's
is
attractive.
Suga
Followed
is
by,
attractive.
if you've seen season 2, Akashi, and also the libero for Nakoma I also find very pretty. But I really enjoyed how he played this character, and I really like that he's going to keep playing this character, and you're going to see more facets to this character, because Oikawa is also really childish. And I wish that we were going to get to talk about him a little bit more, but because he shows up a little more, he only shows up kind of a lot towards the end to talk a lot. I really like how Chris Patton bounced off the voice of Iwaizumi, Benjamin McLaughlin. And the two of them, even though you know that anime is recorded in one at a time in booths, I feel like, I don't know who among them would get to record first and who would play off the other one, but they both worked really well with each other, which I really liked. So kudos to Ben as well as Chris. So are we good there?
Yes.
Oikawa's best boy. That is all.
Debatable.
Best
Debatable.
boy, yes, he is my best boy. There are
He's
boys I
Gigi's
like
best
on the
boy.
other team. Trust, we'll get to them.
Moving on to the first set of Karasuno characters. These are going to be all of the coaches and managers. These are not players. They are the kind of adults on the team. And they're in the one chick, because if you've never watched a sports anime, for some reason all sports anime have female managers. So there is Coach Kenshin Ukai, who is the grandson of the old Karasuno coach, who kind of gets lured out via Nakoma, a practice match with Nakoma, to come train the team. There is
Best coach.
Yeah. Itetsu Takeda, a teacher at the Karasuno High School, who knows jack shit about volleyball, but he's really good at making inspirational speeches. Essentially, if you've ever seen Free, he's basically Caitlin's character from Free, but a guy. Also, because I have to do this because shitting on Andrew was so much fun.
Oh no.
By the way, in Japan, he's voiced by Hiroshi Kamiya. Suck a dick, Andrew. And then there is Kyoko Shimizu, the manager of Karasuno's team, who is very quiet, very reserved, and her best skill is being able to dodge Tanaka and Noya's advances.
I love when she ignores me.
God, it turns me on. I think that's like an exact line is, God, it turns me on when she ignores me.
I think, yeah.
I think you're right.
So, do we have any predictions for Coach Ukai, Takeda, or Shimizu?
Yes.
I have all three.
I think I have all
I don't
three.
remember mine, so you're
Yeah, I think I have all three.
All right. Well, my pick for Coach Yuri Katsuki.
Wait, hold on. Which coach are we talking about here?
The one who looks like Yuri Katsuki. It's basically
Takeda.
It's
Takeda.
basically Yuri Katsuki. No joke, and I'll say this when we talk about the voice. I wanted to play against type. This is where I put Blake Shepard.
Okay.
I wanted him to play against type. I was hoping. And then for the girl, I put, because she really doesn't need a name because she's just the token girl, I put Juliet Simmons because I loved her in School Live. She got my W for School Live because she's amazing. And then for the big coach, he's a little bit like a DILF, though he doesn't have any children. So you know where this is going, fam. Friends, fam, and fans.
You say DILF, and I know exactly where this is going.
We're going to David Wald for this DILF. Do I need to explain?
You would bring up the DILF Whisperer.
Do I need to say anything else? I think I will move on to the
By the way,
next girl.
to mildly interrupt,
Yeah.
so as the day that we're recording, the W's went out. and this is the first time the rest of the group is watching it.
Yep.
And Andrew just got to, I guess, when Steph talks about Gosick.
Yeah, probably.
And when I said in there, I was like, this show is so hot. Do you set the alarm off in the real world? And Andrew just got to that part. And he has this reaction pic of Toru from Dragon Maid, just like giving me a face. And I'm like, you're welcome.
Oh,
You're
great.
welcome.
Anyway, back to predictions.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah, go on, predict the DILFs.
Alright. So I'm actually gonna start with the only girl of the group, Kyoko. I actually put Molly Cersei as Kyoko, because she's more of the quiet kind of, not cold, but she's very quiet, very stoic kind of character. And the reason why I put Molly here is because it seems like a slightly similar character to Amagi Brilliant Park. Though, to be fair, I haven't seen the dub for Amagi Brilliant Park yet. I just saw clips of it, and of Molly specifically. And I was just like, okay, she would actually be pretty good here. Gigi, I love how you were saying that Takeda is just another Yuri Katsuki.
You didn't.
You want to know? Do you want to know who one of my two predictions for this was?
I'm bringing sexy.
Sexy Josh.
It was Josh Greeley. He's one of two, mind you. He was my second choice. Because Takeda's kind of this nerdy teacher adult figure, and I'm just like, let's throw Josh in here. I know he can be nerdy and not know what volleyball is, but let's also make him an adult figure for a change. Why not? And the other person I had for this character was Leraldo Anzaldúa as well. I don't 100% remember why, but I think he's played similar characters to this. And then Coach Ukai. I didn't go the route of the Dope Whisperer, but I guess you could say it was slightly similar. Because I actually put Andrew Love as Coach Ukai.
I can see it. I can see
yeah,
it.
because Ukai compared to Takeda, when you have the two advisors in here, he's obviously a bit more gruff sounding. And more of, I guess he's more of the manly type compared to the.
He's the man.
He is. So you have to have that gruff and tough presence, and Andrew Love, I thought, could bring that very easily to the character. And that's all I have.
Well, it's a good thing Gigi's DILF senses are on.
Yeah. I know my DILFs.
Kenshin Ukai is played by David Wald.
Yay. I'm glad to be wrong, honestly, though I'm also disappointed I missed opportunity later on.
Itsu Takeda is played by Gareth West. And Kyoko
The token girl.
Shimizu is played by Rebecca Stevens. David Wald, we all know as every DILF in the history of DILFs. He's also Bula in Akame ga Kill, Reagan in Log Horizon, and of course, break out the handcuffs. He's the fun police. Oh god, please tell me I put the right one down. Reiji?
Yes.
You
Reiji
did it.
Okay, good. That was the one I didn't like. I swear to God, I have to get him to sign my copy now, and hopefully he dresses as a cop one day.
I'm
Reiji,
bringing
son of a
handcuffs.
Oh my God.
If I ever meet you at a con, David Wald, expect there to be a photo with handcuffs to be had.
No, oh god.
Oh,
I am not gonna be with you for that. I refuse to be with you.
You'll
when
be
that
taping
happens.
it and vlogging it. It'll be hysterical.
No, I won't. Fuck that noise.
Someone will. Probably Megan.
No, probably you. You'll force it to someone. Here! Tape this for me.
Gareth West is characters like Yasuda in Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto, and he's also various voices in Ri Hamatora in Food Wars. Rebecca Stevens is Yukari in Girls und Panzer. It's not under Panzer, I learned. It's und.
Because it's
Pretentious
German.
fucking Germans.
Yeah, it's German.
Pretentious fucking Germans.
Fuck you, I'm
Yukari
German.
in Girls und Panzer. Ritsuko in Kids on the Slope. And Nate in Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere. I guess I feel like I want to go first for this. Because
All right,
I
go
want
ahead.
Gigi and Steph to go apeshit. Especially Gigi about the DILF Whisperer.
Uh-oh.
Rebecca Stevens. She was cute as Shimizu Fuck!
The choking
You
girl.
were right, Shimizu.
Oh, I got it right. Jesus Lord. It's like when I couldn't pronounce Kukui, whatever the fucking professor is from the new Pokemon game. Correct me in the comments. I'm a dumb American. She was good. She was cute and quiet and didn't really talk a lot. And when she did, she made a count. I really loved Garrett West as Takeda. He's not a voice I'm super familiar with. I haven't watched Haven't You Heard of Sakamoto? I have not watched Ri Hamatora, and I will never watch Food Wars. We've been over this. I really liked him, especially in the second to last episode where he gives the speech about how a loss, if you lose, are you truly weak because you lost?
Yeah.
And I thought he delivered it so well, and he delivered kind of the flustering a bit in the determination of Takeda trying to lure Ukai out to be the coach again. But truly the star of this group is David Wald as Ukai, who, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to be this bitch. Hey Sentai, you lazy fuckers. Ukai has a fucking name.
Yeah, I noticed
in your
that.
credits, you just credited him as coach, not Coach Ukai or Kenshin Ukai. Please stop doing that. I already really don't like that you guys put the black credit roll credits and don't just edit the text dialogue in on the openings and endings like Funimation does, or like most other places do. But seriously, guys, like, the character has a name. Please use it. Also, please credit all of the characters who actually speak in that episode. Because there was one for a character that speaks at the very end of the last episode, and he's a big character in season 2, and that kind of did bother me as well. But that's nothing against David Wald. It just happened to be because this is it's attached to his character a little bit. I seriously did enjoy David Wald as Ukai. Like, he felt so natural in that performance. It's like, hey Dave, you want to come in and yell at a bunch of teenagers for like 2 hours? Okay, come here, Gingy. Come here, man bun.
Again, when I was saying earlier, the person who voices that character and is calling these names, perfect. David Wald,
yeah, like,
perfect.
Literally, if some other really strong contenders hadn't come out, David Wald was up there probably in like the 3rd or 4th spot as a dummy. Because this is probably one of my favorite performances of his. Just because it does sound so natural.
Yeah. I feel like I should go before Gigi just
Yep.
splooshes everywhere. So, let's see. I didn't write any notes for Rebecca's performance. But I think it was actually, I enjoyed it because this is gonna be now the show where it's like, I've never heard of half these fucking people before, but it's still good. So in Rebecca's case, I really like her as Kyoko. She is the quiet kind of well, I don't want to say serious. She's just kind of quiet, if anything. Kind of likes to keep to herself. She seems more introverted, if anything. And she's just really adorable. And the fact that she ignores Tanaka and Noya is great. Gareth West, again, a name I've never heard of before. What did I write? He is such a nerdy teacher, and it's adorable, and I love it. It's absolutely perfect. Because the thing with Takeda is, starting out with the show, Takeda knows virtually nothing about volleyball. So he's kind of the audience surrogate as you're learning about all these technical terms and all these volleyball positions. So serving as the audience surrogate for what volleyball is and how it works is he actually does really well with it. And he's really adorable because he has that manual. He's like, hold on, time out. I gotta review this. Give me a second.
He's the exposition fairy.
Exactly. He's mostly the exposition. Therefore, he's adorable. He's a better exposition fairy than the exposition fairy from Amnesia.
Facts.
And then...
Okay, literally a baseball bat to your noggin. would be better than the exposition fairy in Amnesia. In fact, getting hit with a baseball bat repeatedly
would be better
than actually watching Amnesia.
Then you'd get amnesia.
Not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah,
I'd rather watch Bear Grylls drink his own piss than watch Amnesia again.
No, but like Megan said, out of these three, the star of the show is David Wald. Like, him as Ukai is just downright amazing and perfect. Like, he's exactly the kind of voice that I pictured for the character in general. But, as Ukai, David Wald's like, I don't want to put up with your shit. I ain't putting up with your shit. It's great.
Come on, man bun, pull your head out of your ass.
Let's go, Ginger. Up to. No, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a phenomenal performance. And can I just say, David Wald's got a set of pipes on him.
Right.
Because the motherfucker can sing, and that makes me so happy right now.
The Fun Police can sing that Jailhouse Rock anytime.
Ooh. Like, there was just that one scene. What was it? It was I think it was like
he's cleaning his shop, I think.
Yeah, and he's just singing.
Yeah, he's just singing to himself, and Taki is
hey,
just
look,
outside
guys,
just
a dub
watching
song
him.
in an anime. I thought that was dead.
No, but it was really good. Like, I didn't know that David Wald could sing. Surprise! Oh my god!
Oh, so wonderful.
I'm just like, I'm in love with that now.
David Wald is now a DILF siren.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. He just brings you in, like, with the face, and then he'll start singing, and you'll be like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's the DILF Whisperer. The DILF Whisperer across time, holding me in his arms, then he'll eat you. I don't know. Isn't that how sirens work?
Something like that. But, yeah, I really love David Wald as Ukai. It's just so perfect. But I'm also depressed because I actually had David Wald elsewhere in my cast, and I was dead set on him voicing a certain charabler, and I'm very sad by this.
I'm curious. So, I can't wait to see where he ends up.
You'll be probably surprised, but I was so dead set, and I predicted him as a different character. But even though he's not that character that I was so dead set on, I am perfectly content with him here as Ukai.
All right. Well, I'll bring this one home because it's the DILF Whisperer, and I like to finish him off. So, first we're going to talk about the girl. It was the token girl. She doesn't talk a lot, but I just remember the voice not being what I expected to come out of her mouth. I don't know. Like, it was fine. It was good. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. I can't really explain it any other way because she doesn't really talk a lot. Next, we're going to go to Yuri Katsuki, who I just wrote reminds me of Yuri Katsuki and Josh Greeley. Not what I thought.
Hence why I predicted Josh.
Not what I thought, but it was kind of perfect. Like, I really wanted Blake to play against type. But this was actually, like, one of the highlight surprises for me. Because this character, I mean, once I got the Yuri Katsuki vibe, I was like, oh, well, this works really well. Like, I'm glad that this guy I've never heard of. Hello, guy I've never heard of. What's your name? Gareth. Welcome to Dub Talk. My name is Gigi, and I talk about boys.
Run
really fast. Quick, get away.
Run as fast as you can.
She's like a velociraptor.
Oh, come on. I don't spit poison.
That's not a velociraptor. That's a different dinosaur completely.
Is it? Oh, you're right, it is.
I was like, bitch, I'm terrified of Jurassic Park, but even I know that's a different dinosaur.
I fucking love Jurassic Park. And
holy fuck.
Never mind.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Holy fucking God. It's a dinosaur.
Stop it. We're going to be here all night.
What the fuck?
We're going to be here all night if you don't shut up, Megan.
Well, I'm glad you're singing because it transitions me into David Wald and how good of a fucking singer he is. Oh my God, my DILF Whisperer can just do no wrong. He can write, he can sing, he can talk me to sleep and be the fun police. I don't fucking know.
Can he dance, though?
Can he direct,
something
though?
we don't know. Can
Holy
he-
fucking shit. David Wald singing. Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Stop it!
Holy fucking God. He's pretty good. Keep it up. David Wald.
Shut up!
All right.
By the way, it's a Dilophosaurus. It almost sounds like a Dilphosaurus.
Oh my God, David
today.
Wald the Dilphosaurus? I'd buy that figure.
Dilophosaurus. It's called the spinning dinosaur is called a Dilophosaurus.
I'd
But
crack
I
that
almost read it as
fossil.
Dilphosaurus. So now David Wald is a Dilphosaurus.
I would crack that fossil. All right. So, it's nice to see kind of a softer side of him compared to all of the crackpots that he's been playing lately.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, it was really good to see like a comedic side. Like, I know he was in wasn't he in Kiss Him Not Me? And I didn't really
Yes, he's my best boy.
and I didn't like that character. But when it comes out on Blu-ray,
Oh, I guess you're sleeping in the hallway, Havy.
no. When it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm gonna reevaluate my position now that David Wald is the Dilphosaurus of my life.
Yeah, you need to rewatch it now that you're like in love with it.
I know, right? I feel that he made the coach very relatable. I think we could hang out and chill. Like, seriously, like, I would hang out with that dude. The one thing that I will have to criticize, and this is not just for his character, but it's kind of for the dub as a whole, and I know that this is a thing because it's a sports anime, but goddamn, is there a lot of yelling in this. Like, if I wanted to hear David Wald yell at me a lot, like, I would chain myself up to something first so that, like, it would, mean something to me and I'd, get a little thrill out of it.
Wow, okay, that was the worst time to drink some water. Shit,
But-
Gigi.
But, like, yeah, he yells a lot in here, which was when you said
He does.
Andrew Love, I was like, ooh, I am so glad Andrew Love is not in this role, because it would be another My Love Story all over again, where half the time he's screaming, and I'm just like multiple times during the Haikyuu dub, I had to legitimately turn the volume down. It was
To
just
be
so
fair, though,
loud.
to Andrew Love, he plays essentially the Tanaka of the Nekoma team, and that guy yells a lot.
He does. And I really liked his performance here. It wasn't as grating, like, during the yelly parts as it was in My Love Story. I don't know why. But, yeah, there's a lot of yelling. David Wald yells a lot. That should be, like, the subtitle of this anime. Haikyu, where David Wald yells a lot. I still loved it, though. It was nice to hear him do something different. That, like, he didn't want to, like, make the panties drop. Instead, he just wanted to make sure all the balls didn't drop.
Wow.
Remember in Haikyuu,
Okay.
the winner keeps the ball in the air for a really long time.
Yep. I'm
Okay.
done. I love you. Bye.
All right, now to move on.
Are we ready to move on?
I suppose. Oh wait, we have the other first years next, don't we?
When the moon hits your eye, it's a big pizza pie. Let's talk about Tsukishima.
I love Suki.
Suki, you little shit. Suki,
I
you
have
little
listened to
shit.
Yamaguchi scream that like so many times in the Japanese.
I'm sorry, Suki.
Sorry, Suki. So there is Kei Tsukishima, a first year on the Karasuno volleyball team, who has an even larger and fatter stick shoved up his ass.
If you
And
can
his
believe it.
This than Kageyama. And then there is Tadashi Yamaguchi, a more shy and skittish first year who might as well be Suki's pet chihuahua, and or boyfriend.
You're not
What?
wrong.
I'm not shipping it.
You're probably one of those people who's gonna ship Kuro and him in season 2.
We'll have
Uh-oh.
to see.
In April. So, predictions for the first years of Karasuno.
Who do I have? Oh God. Oh Lord, what did I? Mine are weird. Mine are a little weird.
Mine's
I may as
also
well
very weird.
You want me to go first at this point?
Yep.
I don't remember mine, guys. That's why I don't have predictions.
So I had 2 predictions each for Tsukishima and Yamaguchi. So for Yamaguchi, I'll start with him. I actually had, I think, similar to what ended up happening with this casting, like more quiet, shy kind of voice actor. So I had Bryson Bogus as one, and then I also had Clint Bickham as another option for Yamaguchi. And then Tsukishima, the direction I was looking at was, because Tsukishima is he's quiet, but he's also a rather mouthy little shit who's kind of arrogant. So, similar to that vein, I had Adam Gibbs as one, and I also had Josh Greeley as another option for my predictions.
Man,
For
you just
Tsukishima.
put Josh Greeley everywhere.
Gigi, no.
Was that the last time I had Josh Greeley somewhere? Yeah, that's actually the last time I had Josh Greeley somewhere. Some of these kind of got doubled in my predictions because I didn't expect there to be a lot of new fucking actors in this show.
Yeah,
And I had to pull like a bunch of my Sentai catalog of who the fuck I've seen and heard and shit for Sentai.
yeah. Like I really thought they would have brought more boys from Dallas down.
I thought so too.
Spoiler, they didn't.
Not
And
in
I'm
this
very
season,
disappointed
anyway.
by one in particular.
Same.
Missed opportunity.
We'll get to
We'll
him.
get to it.
So my prediction for Suki, because Suki to me is just like this weird, like, I love Suki, by the way. He's like this weird, tall dude who doesn't say a lot, but when he says something, you know it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, he really does.
So I put Josh Morrison, who...
Remind me who that is.
Josh Morrison is the dude with the long hair from More Blood. Not Double Badass, but the other guy.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Houston Hayes' butt buddy.
Yes, the one who sounds like a He-Man villain.
Okay, yep, I remember now.
Yeah. So I put him because I thought...
He-Man! I'm going to keep the ball and play longer than you.
Jesus Christ.
I thought he would have a lower sounding voice than he does. The same thing happened to me with Kent from Amnesia. So, yeah, I didn't have a prediction for the other one, as the text before we recorded this episode said, "Who the hell is Yamaguchi? Is he the one that's next to Suki?" So
He's Yamacutie.
I forgot he existed, so I didn't make a prediction
I
for
love
him.
Yamaguchi.
Well,
He's a
unfortunately,
fucking
Yamaguchi
cutie.
doesn't exactly do much in season 1 anyway, so...
Dude, he gets his moment in season 2 and I love him.
But that's
Yamaguchi is kind of adorable.
But I'm done. You can tell me how weird I am now.
Alright, oh, did you both do your predictions?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I zoned out because I turned into Skeletor for a second. Chris Guerrero gets to do that once a week now.
Yay, I'm happy. Oh,
Except for remember, my bone daddy is better than your bone daddy.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You're both
Fuck
gonna get
you!
fucked by
Fuck
your bone
you!
daddies if you don't fucking say who plays Tsukishima.
Yeah, fuck you, Skeletor. Yeah, fuck you, man. Anyway, Tsukishima is played by... I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this.
Do you want me to pronounce his name?
No, I can do it, Mom.
Okay.
Leraldo Anzu... Fuck, do it.
Leraldo Anzaldua.
Thank you. And Yamaguchi is played by Cameron Batchish.
Cameron!
Do it.
Cameron. I
No,
don't know
the
what you
other
wanted
one.
me to do.
The other name that I can't say.
I need to see
L-
the name. What am I doing?
Leraldo.
Leraldo Anzaldua?
Plays Noda in Angel Beats, Rio Korokaiba in Food Wars, and Shima in This Boy Caught a Merman. Cameron Bausch plays Wakamatsu in Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun.
Waka!
My best boy in Nozaki. Sumusu in Hakuoki, and Arata in Trinity 7. So, how do we feel about Suki and Yamaguchi?
Oh, Suki made out with Dave Matranga in that mermaid anime.
What?
Have you?
Really? I need to watch that.
It
'cause
is
I have that
really
now.
good. Like for a 30-minute OVA, like it is actually has a plot that's really cute. Plus, two boys make out. Plus, one of them is a merman. That's Dave Matranga, by the way. Dave Matranga is a merman.
I am stunned by this.
It's like
I have it. I will bring it up to AB.
yeah, I have it
Dave
too.
Matranga apparently has done a lot of things.
He's a gay merman.
Remember, he also makes growly blowjob noises.
I know. That's why I'm like, he's done a lot of things.
Oh Lord! All right, so what the hell?
There is no shame in doing them.
No, not at all. So Suki, I thought his voice was kind of wooden, but so is his character. it's kind of nerdy, like. And actually, since we just talked about this in Amnesia, I felt exactly the same way as I did with Kent in Amnesia. Like, I wanted a more gruff, silent type voice. And this is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. And also, like, it has more of like a nerdy tone to it. However, the parts where he's an asshole, he's a really great asshole.
He's a really great asshole.
Y'all know how much I love my asshole characters, so points on ya, Leraldo. Yamaguchi. The timbre in his voice is so timid but determined. He really, like, the way that he speaks, it really makes me want him to succeed. Like, I just feel so much empathy for this voice that I want him to make those serves. I just want him to do his best. Do your best. And I put, what a dweeb, and then I put a little heart next to it. So I really liked Yamaguchi. I've never heard this guy before, so I was.
Have you watched Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun in English?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You should, because his character is very similar.
Really?
Yeah, Wakamatsu's are actually pretty similar.
I thought he was
Yamaguchi.
I thought he was adorable, and I'm kind of sad though because Suki's like one of my favorite characters. Like, he's the only one I bought the Nendo for, because I measure the worth of characters by which Nendroids I buy. But I wanted it to be something different, and it wasn't. Now, that's not to say anything bad about his acting or anything, because I think he acts just the way that I would feel that Suki would act. But it just, like, the voice in my head didn't match the voice that I heard. So I can't shame his game. It's just not my thing.
I think Yamaguchi is rather adorable. Like, I want to cheer this kid on because with I want to call Yamaguchi Suki, and it's no Tadashi. I'm gonna go call him Tadashi. Because it's those T names right now. Tadashi, he's the big character arc that Tadashi kind of has throughout season 1, and you can kind of see comes in not 100% to fruition, but he kind of gets to have a little bit of a moment at the end of season 1 with their game against Abajosai, where Tadashi is the one first year that isn't on the starting lineup, because he's not as talented as the other 3 first years. So Tadashi, throughout the course of season 1, he's trying to improve himself, and you see him learning how to do this float serve from one of the neighborhood association members that we meet. And you really want to cheer for Tadashi, honestly. And when I saw him get his chance to be put into that game, and I'm like, oh my god, Tadashi, you can do it.
And then he walks into hell.
He walks into this intimidating hell. I'm like, poor baby. Poor baby.
Baby,
But
I want to protect it. I want to watch it grow.
I want to protect this child.
Protect him. Hashtag
But yeah,
protect
Cameron-
Tadashi.
Cameron is really adorable as Tadashi, and I love it so much. And then Leraldo as Tsukishima, as Suki. What did I write? I was looking at Tanaka, my note for Tanaka. No, there it is. Leraldo is very intimidating as Tsukishima, very cold and rather emotionless, because that seems to be a good amount of his character in season 1. Granted, I don't know, because from what I've heard, he has a larger arc in season 2. But I don't know how that plays out. However, like Gigi was saying, when he becomes an asshole, he becomes an asshole.
He good.
He
Mama
good.
like
Him poking and prodding at Kageyama is fucking fantastic at points. And then they're also during the game with Abajosai. And this kind of goes more into Kageyama, actually, a little bit later. But when Kageyama finally approaches Suki and he's like, how should I serve to you? Like, how should I set these balls to you? And
How would you like your balls?
Suki's just like flat out blunt about it, and he's like telling him straight as it is, because Suki has his own way of playing, and it's very interesting and different. So I think the relationship and the interactions between Suki and Kageyama, despite them like hating each other till the cows come home, they at least have a mutual understanding by the end of season 1. It's actually really good. And but still, when Loraldo gets to poke fun at Kageyama, the king Kageyama, it's kind of great.
Yeah,
But,
that really is the best Suki part, I think.
It really
Yeah,
is.
whenever Tsukishima's like massive bag of dicks.
Yes.
That's when Gigi likes him.
But yeah, I am excited to see what happens with season 2, because Megan and I have had conversations about Haikyuu before, and she's told me that in season 2, Suki kind of gets more of an arc for himself where he gets to grow and develop. And I'm really excited to see how, first of all, what that is, because I don't know what that arc is, and 2, how Loraldo's going to be playing that. But, yeah, both Loraldo and Cameron, I enjoyed them. But I have to protect Cameron. I have to protect Tadashi. Tadashi's too cute.
Tadashi is a good boy.
Tadashi is a good boy. As well as
I'm so
another
sorry
good
for-
boy that we're going to be talking about soon.
The other good boy.
The other good
The other cute boy. The other 2 cuties that we must protect.
Yes.
No, I completely agree about Suki. I do find that Suki is kind of oddly soft-spoken in my mind,
A little bit,
and it was a little jarring at first, and then I kind of got used to it. I will also say the same thing about Tadashi, is that sometimes Yamacutie was like, okay, whoa, I am really not used to hearing Cameron. And then I was like, okay. And by the time I got to the end and where he's crying
Yeah.
about being in the game, where the guy is like, did you have fun the first time you went out there? And he's just like, no. And that whole scene just like kind of killed me. And I was like, baby,
Yeah.
Aw.
baby, I'll protect. I love you, Yamacutie. Like, Yamaguchi is so good. And like, I'm trying not to say anything about season 2 because they haven't seen
Yeah,
it. And I
don't.
have.
No spoilers.
Yeah,
Like,
please.
surprisingly, I'm not going like super spoiler heavy, but like, if you've seen season 2, you know the exact scene that I'm waiting for with him. But I really hope that both of these guys get to show off more of their chops in April, when the second season comes out, and who they get to work off of. Hey, so sorry, I need caffeine. I was gonna take a nap today, but I had to go do shit with my car, so there went that. But I really, like, God, Cameron's the one that stands out among them for me. And especially for a character that doesn't really get to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like, neither of them talk as much as the next 2 characters we're going to discuss.
Oh, God! Yeah! The talkative, the little chatterboxes. as they're
Finally,
called.
we get to, you know what? I think these 2 kind of covered it for me. So, that's all my thoughts on that. Let's get to the real reason we're here, ladies.
the fucking chatterboxes.
Ryunosuke Tanaka, a second year on the team whose hobbies include hitting on Kyoko and getting rejected and turning him on, being called Sir Tanaka Sir, and ripping off his shirt while he's excited.
Yay!
In
Basically
the other
me.
corner, we have Yu Nishinoya, a short libero on the team who's good at receiving, got suspended from school because his little boyfriend got upset. I mean, what? And is a fan of the
wrong.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah! Teach me the No.
Teach me
You're
how
not
to
teaching
roll
me the Rolling Thunder!
God,
Oh, God.
I love these 2 so
Predictions
much.
for Tanaka and Noya. I will have to say this. I had one prediction for Tanaka, and this is because this gentleman was helping out on a Sentai show, even though he is a Dallas regular.
I think
I
all of us-
wanted
I
with
think
every
all of us
fiber
had
of my
this.
being
Yep.
All of us had the
For-
same one.
Should we
for
say it on
Clifford
3?
Chapin to be Tanaka.
Yeah. 1,
Like,
2, 3. Cliff
Clifford
Chapin.
I already said it.
Well, you
You
were
s-
cutting
you were-
out. I couldn't hear you.
Damn it.
Oh, fuck you.
No, but
Well,
like
fuck you more.
Fuck you
we
more.
got
you
kind of got
harder.
excited because I think what
Fuck
was it?
you
It was,
more.
it was some
Fuck you
point
longer.
last
Fuck
summer,
you
shortly
faster.
after. I think it was shortly after
I
Haikyuu
was.
got
It
announced
was the girl
for
in yellow that Hardy got me. It's a
dub, and Cliff had tweeted something about him going to Houston to work on something, and we were like, "Dude,
Please.
can he please be in Haikyuu?" And Oliver's like, "Can he be Tanaka? Please
He
be
needs
Tanaka,
to be Tanaka.
happening.
Is it happening?
please."
Oh, God. I wanted it so bad.
This was one of those. This was one of the predictions where I was like, Cliff Chapin or bust right here. He would be amazing as Tanaka. I'm like, please, Sentai, make this a thing.
There were two predictions in this show that everybody was like blank or bust, and this is one.
This is one for me too. But I had, where is my Noya? Where is Nishinoya in here for me?
Nishinoya.
I had two predictions for Nishinoya, actually.
Okay.
And it's funny with one of them, but so my two predictions for Nishinoya, because Noya is very energetic. He's such a ball of energy. Him and Hinata are the two really big balls of energy, if anything. But Noya probably takes the cake on that one.
Oh yeah.
So my two predictions, because they also have played balls of energy before, as well as smarmy little goobers. One of my predictions was Austin Tyndall.
There it is. That was the other one I think I had for Noya.
Ta-da!
No.
And then I also put Bryson Bogus as Noya.
That's so funny
well.
because so did I.
Ha! Yeah.
See, here's the reason why I had Austin Tyndall as Noya is because in the Japanese he's played by Nobuhiko Okamoto.
That's another reason.
Who plays characters such as Obi and Karma.
Yep, that's the other reason why I had Austin.
He's also
here.
Bakugo. King Explosion Murder.
So, like,
Best
Noya
boy.
is, like, one of my favorite characters because, okay, on the Karasuno team, it flips between Noya and Asahi, because when it comes down to it, Noya's too short, but Asahi's too much of a pussy. I'd rather have Alpha Noya and have him be, like, come up to my boobs than I would to have super hot Asahi if he's gonna be, like, submissive as shit. So I was like, Noya! I love it.
Okay, I did not expect that to do.
But no, definitely Bryson for Noya. I had Bryson for Noya, and of course Cliff Chapin or bust for Tanaka. I mean, there was no other choice.
Yeah, like if I was gonna be so disappointed if it wasn't Cliff.
Well, prepare for your disappointment, ladies.
I know, I'm very
I
depressed.
was really disappointed.
Playing Tanaka is Greg Kote, and playing Nishinoya is Greg Ayers. Greg Kote is characters such as Maruyama in Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto, Kenta Saijo in Typhoon Noruda, and Fidor.
What the fuck is that?
It's like Fyodor. And Chaika the Coffin Princess Avenging Battles.
I don't
Okay.
even know what that is.
I don't even know what the fuck that. I don't even know
No.
what the fuck that character's name is. I thought it was like Dostoevsky Fedorov.
Victor
Anyway.
Nikiforov?
Sergei Fedorov.
Anyway.
I thought it was Russian. Whatever.
Yuri!
Anyway. Yuri, davai!
Davai!
Tanaka, davai!
Tanaka
Never
Davai.
gets old.
Anyway, Greg Ayers is characters such as Ayato Naoi in Angel Beats, Manon in Pre-Tier, and of course, our Lord and Savior, Asuza Mukami in Diabolic Lovers, More
Yes.
Blood, Burning the Bear Burning the Bear in English since 2017.
Yes!
Cut me, it's how I like it.
Yes!
Noya is the complete opposite.
Well,
Oh, Lord.
okay, friends and fam. Like, so I was kind of devastated when Cliff Chapin, A, is not even in this dub at all, but B, he wasn't
Yeah.
Tanaka. However,
He's not in this dub yet.
I do
was
have
so
to say
sad.
this, that Greg Kote, is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yes.
Surprised the show. Like, hysterical. Like, the best comedic timing, I think, out of anyone in here. He's always excited. And here's my big note. His screaming, not annoying. So, like, I loved all the little flips that he did with his character. Like, when he was playing his own fake girlfriend, I was like, ah.
Oh my god, that's like one of the best scenes in the show, too. Hey, I made you some chocolate. Thanks, babe.
I just thought it was so funny. And I was like, where is this guy been all my life? Like, fuck Cliff Chapin. We have a new champion.
Oh, man.
Shit. So then when Greg Ayers was Noya, my salt train will ride a little later on in this episode, because I had put him somewhere else.
Oh no, I did too.
Oh yeah, this was another Greg Ayres or bust kind of moment.
Well, it wasn't Greg Ayres or bust for me on that one, but still.
Okay. Well, once I realized that Noya is basically an older Hinata with more of an attitude, I went all in. So I love Noya. Noya is like the little punky shit that you just want to like hang out with and like keep him in your back pocket.
Yeah.
I thought it was typical Greg, but I mean, I love this character, so it worked for me, and I liked that he was more of an asshole than normal Greg characters play. For the
Together, the two of them are are like a unit of hysterical.
I know, they're so funny. Like, I love it. Like, I love it. I love it. So good job, Greg. Again, welcome to Dub Talk. My name is Gigi.
Run fast.
Run fast.
Oh my god, I
Save
just realized
yourself.
it's the Greg Squad.
What did you
Greg
say?
Squad.
What did you say?
Oh my
There's a Greg Squad. They're both named Greg.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hashtag
just
Greg
realized
Squad.
Oh god.
I'm the host of this. I've had this staring me in the face for hours, and Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so Greg has a lot. Wow, I need to make the distinction, don't I?
Which Greg?
Greg Ayres has a lot of spastic energy as Noya, and yet. Yeah, I'm yawning. I need work.
Yet he's putting you to sleep right now.
No, and yet he has.
Noya took my energy.
And yet he has a lot of focus and drive, because with Noya, while he has a lot of energy to him, but particularly the first few episodes where we do meet Noya, it's also the same first few episodes where we meet Asahi, and there's this side plot point with Noya, Asahi, and Sugawara. And Noya, he turns a bit more serious, because he's like, why would you leave for like a month at a time? I want to play with you again. Like, what is wrong with you? You still love the game, right?
It's the best story ever told. It
takes a rather serious and dramatic turn, and Greg Ayres, I gotta remember to make the distinction here. This is gonna be so confusing. And Greg Ayres as Noya, I just really enjoyed that. Greg Ayres as Noya I actually really enjoyed him more with those dramatic moments where you can see his focus and his drive to self-improve, and also he's kind of the glue that that puts the team together in a sense. Both on the court and off to a degree. And then we have Greg Kote as Tanaka. I think I wrote the most notes about him, but two of them are script/dialogue related. Because see, this is where my brain was like, I don't remember when I watched the Japanese a few years ago if all these characters swore or not. Because of course Tanaka in the English dub is the biggest potty mouth of the group. But he also has some of my favorite lines. I rewatched only the first 9 episodes plus episode 12. But a couple of my favorites, one that was very early on, he's still a little shit.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Kageyama. And then at some point, another time fairly early on, I think it was maybe around the 3-on-3 battle, was he said the words, "Suck it, nerd."
Yep, I forgot how that one.
That was good.
But the main note really I wrote about Greg Kote is that he's such a badass, smarmy ham, and it's a perfect fit as Tanaka. Because Tanaka, he's also a ball of energy, but in a different sense, because he's trying to give off this badass tough guy act when he's not actually a badass. He has more bark to
Shitty boys!
He has more bark than bite to him. Though sometimes he can back up what he says at times too on the court. But Greg Kote is just downright hilarious as Tanaka, and I loved every second of it. I mean, Clifford Chapin is a missed opportunity, because lo and behold, we found out that he was actually helping, working on Ushi and Tora. But if with John Swayze as the director, one of the directors here, missed opportunity. You could have grabbed him while he was there doing Ushio and Tora.
There
and threw
are
him in
other
here.
characters that he could technically be, and there's one in season 2. I think he would two in season 2 that I think he'd be perfect as.
But that would also
Bakugo.
require him flying back out to Houston, and considering God knows what kind of schedule he has to keep right now, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Bakugo plays volleyball. Could you imagine if he got hit in the head? That ball would totally pop.
Stupid Deku!
If Bakugo got hit in the head with a volleyball, and if it was by Hinata would be dead.
Yes.
For
R.I.P.
Hinata being
Ginger,
mad,
R.I.P.
Hinata would be dead.
R.I.P.
but yeah, I love the duo of Gregs in as both Tanaka and Noya. They were both fun in their own way.
Let me get Greg Ayres out of the way first. Because again, there's one of these who has a dubby because of me.
Ta-da!
So Greg Ayres' Noya was something I was kind of actually wasn't happy about at first. I didn't think that he was going to be a really good fit as Noya, and was just like, oh hey, Greg Ayres is in this show. Like, I enjoy Greg Ayres being the loud, obnoxious guy every so often, but, like, I also like when he gets to use his big boy voice.
Yeah.
Correction, he does actually have a big boy voice. Go watch Chrono Crusade. But he was perfect as Noya when he did the Rolling Thunder and all the receives, and when he yells at Asahi. Like, I was like, okay, Greg, Ayres, you're good. You're good. So I don't really want to add on to it. But, God, I gotta give Greg Cote, like, the biggest shout out and the maddest props. Like, I was really apprehensive of all people about Tanaka because he is such a funny character, and he's one of the first people on the team you get to meet, and you get to kind of know. And he's kind of the big, dumb senpai guy.
He really is.
It's like, because, like, if you watch, they call him Sir Tanaka Sir in the English. They didn't keep any of the honorific stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Japanese, it's like, call me senpai. Senpai! What's that louder? Senpai!
Oh god, it's so cute.
And it's like, it's so dumb, and he's such a dumbass.
I
think Greg Cote really got how dumb Tanaka is, and like how endearing he is without being annoying. The girlfriend bit's funny. I like that he's one of the few characters that swears in the show. Like, he calls Oikawa a douchebag at one point.
Yup.
Like, we didn't talk about it, but like his version on Nekoma is Andrew Love's character.
Yeah.
And honestly, him and Andrew Love yelling at each other was fucking hysterical.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Also, just especially with the person who plays Hinata, like when they all do like that funny glaring thing, it's really great. So, yeah, Greg Cote earned his dubby as the Golden Ham for me last year. Like, he took that scenery and he chewed it. He munched it hard.
Yikes.
I don't think I can really say anything else than the other two have already said. So are we good to move on? Are we going to move up the ladder and go talk about mommy and daddy?
Yes.
My parents, you mean?
My soul
Basically
train.
me. In a nutshell.
If Lilac was a man and a woman.
Megan, if you
at the
were
same
a
time.
Haikyu character, who would you be?
If I you haven't met him yet.
Okay. If I were a Haikyu character, who would I be?
Probably Oikawa.
Probably Oikawa.
You'd be Oikawa.
All right, I'll take it.
No, I'm going to say this because you're going to watch the show, and I want you to look out for him. This character named Bokuto.
Okay.
And when you meet Bokuto, you will immediately understand why my answer is Bokuto.
Okay, so let me ask this question: If we're looking at overall, which character would I be?
Oddly enough, I'm going to say this: Bokuto Setter Akashi.
Obviously, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Since I haven't
You're gonna
seen
learn.
this,
You're gonna learn very quickly who he is.
Oh boy!
I wanna say Daichi.
You think I'm a Daichi? You think I'm Daichi?
Between Daichi and Suga, you would be a Daichi.
Who would you pick for me?
I mean, I would pick Tanaka, but I would also pick myself as Tanaka. So, I don't know.
Really, I'd be Daichi. I mean, that makes sense.
Okay, though, if you two were picking for me, who would you pick for me?
I would pick Tanaka for you. Because I haven't seen
I
season
didn't take my
kinda
shirt
have
off
to
as much
agree.
as Tanaka.
I'd say either.
I will take it.
I'd say either Tanaka or maybe Noya, because you're kind of a ball of energy.
Yeah.
But you are
By the
passionate
way,
about stuff, so.
Jamal wrote us a haiku for haiku.
A haiku for
Haikyuu
haiku.
for haiku.
Wow. Good job.
Anyway, ladies' night of fun, hot volleyball boys for all. Haikyuu dub talks on.
Oh, that's cute.
Thanks, Jamal.
Thanks,
That's
Jamal.
Thanks,
adorable.
Jamal. I'm sorry that you had to walk in on a roast beef conversation earlier.
Anyway, we need to move on.
So, our third years, our captain of the Karasuno volleyball club, Daichi Sawamura.
AKA one of my spirit animals.
His number 2, Koshi Sugawara, aka
my
Sugamama.
AKA my other spirit animal.
And then the big old guy with the Mr. Man Bun himself. Man Bun.
Both.
He's probably got a nice pair of buns.
Yes.
Wow.
Love.
Asahi Azume.
God bless you, Asahi.
Asahi, you adorable.
Asahi is probably like the other character aesthetically I would like. He seems like he's a cutie.
Asahi
By
is
the
like
way,
the
if
hottest
you-
one.
Okay, by the way, if you've never seen the show and you're finally looking at a picture of like, because it's popped up on the screen and you look at Asahi,
Yeah.
yes, it is canon in certain things in the manga around Christmas time that they have dressed up Asahi as Jesus.
That is amazing.
You guys know I have a huge Jesus kink, right?
What?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what?
This is the first time hearing this.
Boys,
Oh, shit.
boys,
Whoa.
boys who look like
Jesus
Jesus are
King.
so hot.
Wow. Okay.
Like aesthetically, that is what I like. Okay.
What?
You've never.
Moving on. Can we do predictions now?
No, roll that back.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
If they have long hair and like a beard and like a mustache, so hot. Double points for eyeliner.
Wow. Gigi,
What?
we need to get you a vanilla boy.
All right,
That's what we're
Vanilla
supposed to
Boys,
try
if you're
and do.
listening to this podcast,
We need to
you
get
know
you a vanilla boy.
you know my Twitter. Hit me up.
Anyway,
I need Jesus.
you need Asahi right now, huh?
Asahi, our Lord and Savior. Get on your knees to pray.
Whoa, shit. Before this gets even weirder, can I go through my predictions for these three?
Please
Yes.
do, because mine's gonna get real weird real fast.
Okay. I'm gonna start. Who do I want to start with? I'll start with Daichi, actually. So Daichi and Sugawara I had 2 each, and then Asahi was the one where my other one where had to be one person or bust. And so Daichi, of course, he's a nice person. He's the leader and everything like that. But Daichi can also like scare the fuck out of you at times. So I tried looking for voice actors who can play the nice guy but can be intimidating as all hell. And the 2 people I came up with for Daichi was David Matranga and Adam Noble. Because both of them have played similar characters. With David Matranga has done so much at this point, like there's no use in bringing up examples. Adam Noble, though, his character in Nozaki-kun is what reminded me and put him here for Daichi. Sugawara is obviously the team mom. He's the moral ground in a sense. He's another part of that glue that sticks the group together. So the 2 people I had for Sugawara, I had Clint Bigham as my first choice, but then I also had Blake Shepard as my second choice here, kind of playing against type in a sense. And then as for Asahi, when I looked at the character, and when I was making predictions for this, I had only one thought in my mind. And considering what happened, it's a missed fucking opportunity.
I will. You will eat those fucking words.
I was like, David Walder bust for Asahi. That's where
Oh,
this is where I wanted
my
David Wald.
God.
This is where I wanted David Wald. I wanted him as Asahi so bad because like he's played the gentle giant before. Like let's look back at Kiss Him Not Me.
Soft walled.
Yes. And like his character is fairly similar to his character in Kiss Him Not Me, but at the same time Asahi is also mistaken a lot as a thug. So he at least needs to kind of have that presence that you can misinterpret and mistaken very easily. And I felt that David Wald could pull that off. But of course, David Wald is elsewhere, so I am
You're gonna eat those words, woman.
I am disappointed.
You can suck your disappointment right the fuck up.
Well, Steph, I do have to agree with you that Adam Noble would play a very nice Daichi.
Ooh, yay.
That's where I put Adam Noble because I just
Nice.
watched Umaru and I was like, well, Daichi sort of sometimes gets stepped on a lot by all these people who like to talk over him. And I was like, yeah, this is where I want Adam Noble. As for, who else are we talking about? Suga, I had like a problem trying to find somebody, but then I was like, no, wait, Suga's like vanilla white bread. So I better fucking put Adam Gibbs here.
Whoa, hold on. Adam Gibbs is not vanilla white bread all the fucking time. Let's get that straight right now.
I've seen Parasite. I didn't like it. But
have you seen Beyond the Boundary?
no, I've never seen Beyond the Boundary.
He's not
Okay,
vanilla
first of all,
white
we need
bread.
to fix that.
Well, in my mind, when I think Adam Gibbs, I think Ruki, who is vanilla white bread. So I thought
Okay, that's true.
I did most of my predictions here based on Diabolic Lovers characters. I think I put everybody in the cast in here except for Houston Hayes somewhere.
I'm not surprised by this.
So my
actually.
vanilla white bread went to Suga, so Adam
Stop
Gibbs.
vanilla white bread. Stop it.
However,
I'm gonna be mad.
However, for my Asahi, oh God, this
What'd you
is
do?
where I put, if God really loved me, if Jesus Asahi really loved me and I had done a lot of praying, if he would have come down from fucking Dallas,
Oh no.
Ian Sinclair
Why
as
am I not
Asahi.
surprised?
Why am I not surprised?
To the flip side, I also put Andrew Love because Andrew Love is the Sentai Ian Sinclair. Now, granted, Asahi is kind of submissive, but Ian Sinclair can also be very princely and submissive. Andrew Love, I'm not sure if I've ever heard him play that kind of type, so it would be sort of playing against type, but I wanted to see what he can do. Like with when he played Takeo in My Love Story, I really wanted to see like that softer Andrew Love side to him. So I really wanted to see that come out because, you know, you're a tall, big guy, but you still would have a big manly voice, a big manly alpha voice. So that's what I was thinking of with Asahi.
Well, welcome back to Dub Talk where everybody's wrong.
I was right,
Well,
though.
no, Gigi did get one.
Oh, right. Gigi was right for once.
I've been right a lot lately.
She got a few right, actually.
Actually, she's been doing really well tonight.
I've been failing.
Daichi is played by Justin Doran. Sugawara is played by Adam Gibbs. And Asahi is played by Orlando Jones. So we're going to get this one out of the way. Asahi Orlando Jones has not been in any anime before this.
Yeah, he's new.
He's new. Hi.
And if I'm correct, one of the guys on our if you don't live in Houston, one of the guys who runs the Discord for our anime dubs or the our anime dubs subreddit does viewings with the Alamo Draft House and Sentai.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently one of the actors, we don't know which one, was shown Haikyu to audition. And he didn't really know what was going on and asked if there was an English version he could watch to understand the show better.
Oh no. That's great.
And I wish I had that screenshot still because it was fucking hysterical.
That's great.
Here we go. Justin Doran is Shirojiro Bertoni in Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere, Alpha / Kaido in Toanangquan, and Rinroku Kaisho in Ungo.
And Gigi's just like, fuck.
I fucking hate that show. Sorry.
Adam Gibbs is Hirome Nase in Beyond the Boundary.
AKA Best Boy.
Shut the fuck up. That's not how you say Akihido.
You shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
Here we go again.
Rookie, Muramaki, and Diabolical Lovers. More blood.
AKA Vanilla White Bread.
He's not vanilla white bread.
He's kind of vanilla white
God
bread.
damn it.
He's vanilla white bread for a vampire. So vanilla pink bread?
God damn it.
Vanilla blood bread.
Yeah. It's a blood sandwich.
He's O positive.
God damn it, you guys. I hate you.
Do you really hate us or do you love us? And he's also Yuki Sanada in Suritama.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like if I say the things that I want to say, that I'm going to get castrated by both of you.
Do it, bitch. Do it.
Oh, God.
All right, well, let's start with Daichi because he's the one that probably will least offend you both the most.
Cool.
Daichi, vanilla white bread, but that's what this character is, like Team Mom. He's so
Team Daddy,
I know.
thank you.
Oh, Daddy. He's so soft-spoken and so adorable. I really liked Daichi. Like, I can't say anything wrong about Daichi because Daichi was Daichi. Like, I've never heard of this guy before. So
Me neither.
I was, yeah, more like usual. If you weren't in Diabolic Lovers or Diabolic More Blood, I have no idea who you are. But I thought Daichi was adorable. I like Daichi. Like, he's not like on my top list of people, like characters, but I really like the voice here. Suga. Adam Gibbs, too good and pure for this world. I thought of vanilla white bread with a little
Damn it, not again.
with a little bit of sadness.
What?
Like, I feel Suga, like on the inside, is a little bit sad, and I kind of heard that little twinge in the vocal performance sometime. Like when everybody, the first years were getting to play and he was on the bench. I was like, oh,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
damn, Suga. Like, what the hell? Like, you should be out there with your third year buddies, and instead you're bench
must protect
warming.
this boy.
We
I
must
protect this boy.
Must protect Suga.
Must protect Suga.
This I felt that he was so mature in this anime, and out of all the Adam Gibbs stuff that I've seen, this is my favorite Adam Gibbs performance that I've ever heard.
Nice.
So, I mean, granted, I've only seen 3 or 4, and I can only think of 2 off the top of my head, but comparatively, this is my favorite one. So, I don't really like Suga as a character. He's not my thing. Obviously, why? We all know why, but but I really liked his performance here. So that's really good. If you can make me like a character that I don't like, that's A+. And then we have Asahi. So he's one of my favorite characters. He's definitely my favorite third year. And he really needed like a sensitive alpha voice. And this one I felt was way more sensitive than it was alpha. Like, just in the way that the body of this character is built, like it's really built to have a more masculine, more alpha sounding voice, and I didn't get that here. I got a lot of the sensitivity. Now this guy is new, so I don't know how many times he's been in a booth, if any. I found a lot of like the pronunciation and the enunciation of his words to be a little like jarring. Like I felt like he was kind of reading off a script, which obviously he was reading off a script, but at the same time, like with everybody else, every piece of dialogue felt very conversational. And here I just felt like he hit his T's too hard or something. Like he was trying very hard to make the words come across like exactly enunciated, like as if he were on a stage. Like I think I had this issue with somebody else recently that I had talked about.
Okay.
But I think that it sounded scripted. I do hope that he can get more parts and hone his craft a little bit. I mean, but for a first time for somebody in the booth, I mean, I think it was very serviceable. It wasn't what I wanted, but that's fine. I want him to get like more practice, I guess. I know that sounds bad. I mean, I didn't think it was awful, but I know he said like a word like that or something, and it was like that. And I was like, oh, sweetie. The tea in your pop filter. So I was just like, that's how I felt about Asahi. Like I could tell he was a little wet behind the ears.
Okay.
So
I mean, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying there.
Megan is seething silently. I feel you through the Skype.
Oh no, but but I think
You can't see it, but I'm doing like on my neck like the Dilophosaurus, like
God damn it.
like my little like flapper things are up.
The Dilophosaurus is gonna come out.
So
I don't have the dick. I can't be a dilf.
God damn it.
Actually, wait. Yes, I can. I could be a dilf if I wanted to.
Oh Lord. Anyway.
All I need is a belt.
Well, oh God damn it. Anyway, I'm gonna get the easiest one out of the way first. Adam Gibbs is fucking perfect.
Gee, didn't see that one coming.
Gee. No.
I wonder why.
Gee.
Why?
No, I wrote Suga is precious team mom. Adam is perfect as the moral center of the team and is just a gentle soul. He's such a gentle soul. He has so much patience. Too much patience for his own goddamn good. So similar to me. That's why Suga is one of my spirit animals in the show. Suga is also probably someone I would be interested in.
Wow.
Because he's
And
vanilla.
you're mad at me
He's
why?
cute.
You're mad at me why? For speaking the truth.
No, but one of the big things that I really appreciated about Adam Gibbs' performance as Suga is the fact that he is sidelined through most of the show. And when we finally do get to see him play in an actual match, again, similar to Tadashi, it's during the Abajosai game. And Suga actually brings in a very new perspective because he's been sidelined for so long. Like, he's seeing the game as an outsider, and he's coming in and he's able to, like, help relieve all this tension that's been going on throughout the whole game. And Adam Gibbs in general is the perfect team mom. I just love it. It's great. As for Justin and Orlanders, this is where the newbies get interesting to me. Daichi, what did I have for Daichi? Justin Durand is interesting as Daichi. Having a newbie in a role like this is actually really great to hear, because Daichi, like I was saying earlier, Daichi, he is a nice guy, he's a good leader, but he can be scary. The first few episodes when we're introduced to him, the best way to describe how scary Daichi can be is after he tosses Hinata and Kageyama out of the gym and tells him that they're not allowed in until they can actually be teammates. And they're both yelling outside like, we'll be good teammates. And Kageyama specifically is like, I'll get along with him, just let me play. And then Daichi opens the door slightly and all you see is just an eye staring at you, just like straight face and serious. He's like, are you sure? Like, Daichi was just fun. Daichi was always a fun character to me, and I really liked Justin as this kind-hearted yet tough and kind of scary, intimidating guy when he has to be. Because let's face it, Daichi is the captain of a team that's filled with a lot of idiots on it.
Honestly, yes. Just like Dub Talk.
Yes.
Oh,
just
see,
like
now
me.
you know why I thought you were Daichi.
Yeah, Daichi. I am also Daichi. Daichi's my other spirit animal. So yeah, I really like Justin a lot as Daichi. Now, Orlanders is the interesting one, because out of all the newbies that I heard while watching this show, Orlanders was the roughest one and took the longest time for me to adjust to, as is Asahi. Part of it probably because I was originally dead set on David Wald and I was mad, but part of it, I think a lot of it too, is because out of all the newbies that are in the show, again, Orlanders is brand spanking new, never done a dub in his goddamn life. So, of course, this is like training wheels for him. So it took a while for not only me to adjust to it, but I think for him to grow into the character. So, especially when we first meet him partway through the first core of the show. However, once he kind of gets going into it a bit, goes into it a bit more, he's such a softie. And it turns into something that's really adorable. Because again, Asahi is the gentle giant that is easily mistaken as a thug. I believe there is one point where he is mistaken as a 30-year-old guy who has been held back in high school like 7 fucking times. And here you have Asahi overhearing this. He's like, what? I don't understand.
No.
Like, everybody...
And except for, like, all these people are spreading, like, bad rumors about him, and it's literally him being, like, actually an angel.
Yeah, and then you also have people, like, staring at him like, this is their ace. He's so intimidating. And Asahi's just like, what did I do? Like, he's such an adorable little doof, and he's so innocent. And like once I got through that rough patch with Orlander's like starting out as Asahi, I really grew into it, and he was just so soft and adorable by the end. And I'm just like,
so soft,
I'm
rub.
rooting for you, Asahi, because I think Asahi and Suga were my 2 favorite characters when I watched the show originally. And while Asahi's not my favorite character in the dub anymore, Suga still is, but Asahi was still so adorable, and he's such a gentle giant, and Orlander's did play it rather well. And I'm like Gigi, I'm kind of in the camp with Gigi, where because he's brand new, it's a lot of training wheels for him, and trying to like come across with natural dialogue, because I did have those moments similar to you, Gigi, where it's like you're reading off of a script. But I'm hoping when season 2 comes out, it'll sound a lot more natural for him, now that he's had this chance to get to know the character of Asahi, as well as get the chance to work, like get those training wheels off finally and really go for it. But yeah, all 3 of them are really nice, though Orlander's took probably the longest time for me to adjust to.
Ding ding, let's get ready to rumble!
Here we go! Because there's a reason why you gave Orlander's your voice actor to watch, isn't there?
Yeah, because not everybody can be fucking Danny Chambers and just roll out of the gate and be like fucking perfect.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Let's get this out. I guess I'll start with Asahi, because Asahi was probably actually one of my favorite performances in the show.
Uh-oh.
I genuinely loved it. I liked the fact that he sounded like a big dude. Like, I like that he sounded like a big guy. I like that he sounded a little bit rougher in his speaking than Daichi and Suga, because Asahi isn't good at communicating with people.
No, he's not, honestly.
And that's a huge point to the beginning of his character, is that he felt really inadequate and very, very walled off and scared to come back. And that's why he fought with Noya. I think that Asahi was great. I thought that Orlander's really, really fit in as the character. And I'm very happy with that. I can't wait to hear him come back in season 2. Now that he has more experience. I hope he shows up in more Sentai stuff. I genuinely loved him. Justin as I hope his name is Justin, my thing is down. Justin as Daichi also really grew on me in the show. I thought he really captured the dad voice. Like, he captured the mature, older leader of the Karasuno team, while who is also kind of a dork too. I thought he really played off of Suga really well. I thought he did great at monologues when he had to give a speech to Cap Daichi. And then Adam gives us Suga. Adam gives us one of the best voice actors at Sentai. We saw last year that Adam Gibbs can go unexpected places. I mean, oh god, shit, I forgot which one's in Hyoka.
Who, Adam?
Is it Adam?
Yeah, Oriki?
Thank you. Too many Gibbs. Too many Gregs, too many Gibbs. Adam Gibbs is, I do definitely agree that Suga, when he finally gets to go onto the court, it was really great when he's like, I don't know what this feeling is, but I really don't want to give it up. And I liked how when he smacked them all, when he came onto the court, he's like, ha! And that was really cute.
And then he gives like a high five to Noya. It was so cute.
Oh, Suga.
And then he like just pats Hinata on the head, and he's just like, I love you, Suga.
Suga is amazing. Must protect this boy.
But I think Adam Gibbs is honestly one of the best roles in the whole show. Mm-hmm. And for a very long time, I actually had him as a W contender, and at the last second, I had to switch him out for Chris Waycamp.
Yeah.
Which, thank God, season 2 of Haikyuu comes out in the spring of this year, so I can potentially put him on again.
Woohoo!
So hopefully he'll pick it up in season 2. But I can't give Orlando's my next voice actor to watch. But honestly, like, I do agree that it can be a little bit rough, but I don't think that actually is a deterrent to the character. Because Asahi's kind of rough, a little rough around the edges because he's a little weird goober. Also, by the way, I did post the picture of him dressed as the Jesus in the chat.
To which I responded, fuck.
Wait, I didn't see this.
It's in the Skype chat.
I did not see this. Hold your.
There's two of them. There's one of him as Jesus and is accepting Asahi as your Lord and Savior.
Come on, it's.
Well, Steph looks that up. I'd also like to point out that. I'd also like to point out that it's apparently going to be a sequel to The Passion of the Christ, and somebody on Twitter called it "Too Passion, Too Christ." Jesus takes the wheel.
What the actual living fuck is this?
Asahi dressed as Jesus, being crucified on their volleyball net.
Oh my.
That's a thing they do.
What the fuck?
Speaking of what the fuck, Hinata and Shoyo Hinata and Tobio Kageyama.
Oh boy. I don't understand this show sometimes.
I
Or
mean,
this
shippers
series, I
are
should
weird,
say.
yo. Anything for the ship. Anything for the ship. It sails.
Anyway, but seriously though, before we really do move on to Kageyama and Hinata, are we good about Daichi, Suga, and Asahi?
Suga is best boy. I will hear no arguments.
Oh,
I
Kawa
will agree.
is best boy.
Yeah, if you're into sluts.
Oh!
Look at my track record.
I mean, you're not wrong. Look at Gigi's track record, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
Let's move on.
our two
Anyway.
leads.
So yes, our two leads are Shoyo Hinata, a short little dude, a short little Gingy, who's really good at jumping, and Tobio Kageyama, a douchebag.
You're not wrong.
No, Tobio Kageyama, a setter with a big stick up his butt who got rejected by his team and became the king of the court. It is his journey with Hinata, for Hinata to learn and grow as a player, and for Hinata to become the lube that will slowly get the stick that is lodged up Kageyama's ass out.
Wow.
The weirdest part about that whole sentence is that it's actually kind of accurate.
Yup!
I can't say that it's not that you're wrong because you're not wrong. Oh god. Predictions.
Hey, excuse me, that's my line.
Well, you're not doing
Predictions!
Whew. Did you want to go first, Gigi?
Hinata is my Greg Ayers or bust prediction.
I also had Greg as Hinata, but I also had Blake Shepard as well.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
My slutty little Blake?
Yeah.
As poor innocent Hinata?
I can't believe my Blake is a slutty.
Ooh, I'd watch that anime.
You would.
Wow, okay. Would like to hear your reasoning because Greg Ayers as Hinata is like my number one.
Well, Greg
Don't
Ayers as
hate me,
Hinata
bro
was
choice.
also the typecast one.
Well,
And
yeah.
I only put it in there because of typecasting, but I was looking for something different. And for Blake Shepard, because I have heard him in roles that aren't the fucking slut compared to you.
Well,
And so,
why would I waste my time?
well, fuck you. Fuck you. No, I mean, I really wanted to hear something different from Blake Shepard, and when I picture Hinata as this ball of energy, I've seen similar roles where Blake has a good amount of energy as well to his character. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we put it here? I can hear his voice working well with this character if he wanted to. So I really wanted to see Blake here, honestly. Blake was my first choice. Did you want to go over your Kageyama predictions, or should I?
There was only one. It was Dave Matranga for reasons.
Okay. So for reasons, I had Adam Gibbs as one.
I can actually see that, but I
Yeah.
don't want to see it.
And then my other prediction for Kageyama was actually the Raldo and Zaldua.
What?
Well, again, Kageyama,
Oh, stick up butt.
yes, is a little douche nugget. He's a douche.
He's not a douchebag, he's just a nugget.
Yes.
I think
And And Loraldo, like, the tone of voice that Loraldo has is more baritone, which is, I feel like, a better fit for Kageyama, and also to counteract more of, not a falsetto, for a tenor. Tenor is the term I'm probably looking for.
Yes.
More of a tenor voice for Hinata. So that kind of makes it a good counterbalance. And then in Adam Gibbs's case, Adam Gibbs has played more of the quiet stoic characters before, but if I remember right, actually he has played the smarmy jackoff before. If we're talking Hamatora, actually. Yeah, he has played the smarmy jackoff in Hamatora, actually. So I think that might be why I actually put Adam here as well. But yeah, I had Adam and Loraldo for Kageyama.
Shoyo Hinata is played by Bryson Vegas, and Tobio Kageyama is played by Scott Gibbs. Bryson Vegas you will know as Takumi Aldini in Food Wars, Belle in Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, and the ultimate deserver of no Toblerones ever, Kyrie in I No Kusabi.
Because nobody deserves the big Toblerone.
AKA Darling.
And he's also one of the the Murakami brothers. I forget
He's Ko.
He's Ko.
Okay, he's Ko, who does deserve a big Toblerone.
Specifically, Yuma's big Toblerone.
What?
Whoa.
That's his brother. Ew.
I ship it. It's not his real brother.
Okay,
yeah, I'm about to say,
fair.
to be fair, they're not real brothers.
Fair. Anyway, Scott Gibbs plays Satoshi Ishiki in Food Wars, Sora in No Game and No Life, and Alex Tachibana in Himoto Umaru-chan. By the way, before we bring this up, we do like to remind you that Dub Talk is sponsored by Eagle Creek Beer. It gets you shit-faced.
Eagle Creek Beer. Drink till she's pretty.
Oh, God.
Duff beer for you.
I'll have a
Have a
Duff.
Duff. You'll
You
have
have one too.
No, and also as a reminder, Scott Gibbs also is Miko Shiba in Nozaki-ku. Mikorin.
Miko. I feel like somewhere out there, Nico Yazawa just died in Miami again. Anyway, when do you start?
Might as well continue the trend, yo. The trend. Let's go. Scott Gibbs, what did I write down? Dude, bro. I don't know why I did that. But I feel like he so I feel like he actually belongs the most here. I think he plays a great arrogant asshole. I thought he was actually played Kageyama way louder than I thought he would be, because for me, Kageyama is kind of like the stoic asshole, kind of like Suki, but turned up 13 levels. But it works, and I really loved hearing him here, and I think he honestly, in the little cast, belonged the most. I felt like he was the center, which I guess Hinata could sort of be considered the center, but I felt that Kageyama is the center of the ensemble here. And then Hinata, well, after I got off my salt train again, I realized that Bryson Bogus sounds like a younger Greg Ayres, and I really just flipped my Noya and my Hinata predictions to make them real. So it's basically the same thing, so I was okay with it. He's a little more innocent, and he but here's the thing with Bryson playing Hinata for me. I don't feel like this is a challenging role for him. I almost feel like this is too easy for him, because we've been talking about Bryson Bogus consistently for the past year, and how awesome he is. He played such a great Ko, and he was fantastic, and we wanted to kill him, and Ai no Kusabi and whatever other.
Fuck you, Kyrie, you little shit.
There you go. And I just kind of felt like this was too easy for him. Granted, Hinata's not a character with a lot of depth. He's your typical shonen protagonist, which he's basically
You say that now.
Well,
You say
I
that
do because I
now.
haven't seen season 2. So maybe once that happens, I'm sure I'll have more to say. But as of season 1, he feels like volleyball Naruto to me, which doesn't have a lot.
Get out of my fucking house. Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here.
I just I feel that
That's an insult to Haikyu. That's a better written series than fucking Naruto.
Well, I haven't even seen most of Naruto.
You've touched a nerve. Oh,
he feels like a typical shonen
touched a
protag.
nerve. She shoved a hand at my ass.
No.
I'm a puppet.
Listen to me, because this is how he is. He's a typical shonen protag.
I mean, honestly,
as of season 1, it
really
is cutting. He's cookie cutter shonen protag for season 1, which I feel for Bryson isn't much of a challenge for him because he has played characters with more depth in season 1. I have not seen the rest, so don't crucify me over the fact that I haven't seen the rest of this yet. But I feel that there could be a lot more levels, but it also depends on the way the character was written. So you can't fault him. He does a great job. He's basically like Greg Ayres light. And that's fine with me because I wanted Greg Ayres in the first place. So they both did really good. I thought Scott Gibbs did really well. But don't crucify me for saying volleyball Naruto, yo. Don't crucify me like fucking Asahi up on that volleyball net.
God damn it. Why
Nails
does that
in my
exist?
palms.
All right.
Crown of thorns. Oh God,
Megan's
the
going to
Dilophosaurus
murder
noise is
you.
coming again. I hear it.
The Dilophosaurus is back. Oh no.
Oh God, help
Can
me.
I get my thoughts in there before you go full Velociraptor? Please.
She's making the noise.
When you know Megan is mad, she goes full Velociraptor.
Oh fuck me. Spanish flea music, save us all.
It's interesting how you. I'm gonna talk about Bryson first. Actually, it's very interesting how you say that Hinata is a very, very simplistic character for Bryson to play, considering all the more complex ones we've seen him play in the past year. At the same time, it is a different character for him to play. Because let's face it, we've seen him in Diabolic Lovers, we've seen him in Monmusu, we've seen him in I No Kusabi, we've seen him, where else? I mean, I haven't seen Danmachi, but he's there. We've seen him in Food Wars. And Hinata's just a different kind of character that Bryson gets to play. And as simplistic of a character as Hinata is, he's still a ball of energy. A little naive ball of energy. And Bryson plays that really well. Like the naive ball of energy who doesn't know what's what or how things work. And
I mean, I'm not saying that it was bad because I don't think it was bad. I just
No,
think
it's
that
just
it's not the best thing he's ever done.
right. You just liked the complex characters that he's played more than this. I can understand that. And because again, Hinata is a very different kind of character compared to some of the other ones we've seen him in. And I think it's rather adorable. He's this ball of energy, this naive ball of energy who just wants to stay in the game longer than anyone else. And Bryson is very adorable. I will agree that I have seen Bryson in much better shows as more complex characters, but at the same time, Hinata is a lot of fun. I do enjoy him as Hinata. Now, Scott Gibbs as Kageyama.
Uh-oh. Here the Dilophosaurus comes again.
Well, no.
Watch where you step.
Well, no, Megan can attest to this. There's a reason why I gave Scott Gibbs a W award this past year. Because I gave him one of my best male performances for comedy. And Scott, to kind of go over this again, if people didn't listen to the W's, when I first saw the casting of Scott Gibbs as Kageyama, I was extremely hesitant. Because I'm of the belief that Scott Gibbs does really well in comedies. I really enjoyed him in Nozaki-kun and love him in Food Wars. He's great. But I also haven't heard, unfortunately, I haven't seen No Game, No Life, and I also haven't heard the best things about it either. And unfortunately, particularly, I haven't heard the best things about Scott Gibbs' performance. Though because of this, I now have a passing curiosity, and I do actually have it on DVD. So, but I always thought that Scott was better suited to comedies. But Kageyama is an interesting character because while he is comedic, he's also very serious. And I was very hesitant to hear how that would go because of my feelings towards him in more serious dramatic roles. And then when I got to watch the show and I got to hear him just talk for 20 fucking minutes, I was sold. Because not only did he do really well with the serious side of Kageyama, the arrogant, douchey kind of side of Kageyama, we also throughout the course of the series, the big thing for Kageyama is he learns to kind of loosen up a bit and to trust his team rather than just be a lone wolf on the court. And it's actually it turns into a really endearing performance from Scott, and I love it so much. Like, anytime Kageyama has the hardest time trying to interact nicely with his teammates, is probably the best ever that I heard from Scott. To give an example, let's go back to their practice match with Alba Josai, where Hinata serves and accidentally hits Kageyama in the back of the head. And then Kageyama goes towards him because Hinata's been a nervous wreck this entire time. He's like, "Hey, why'd you do that? Was that scary to you? I mean, there's nothing scarier than hitting me in the head now, is there? Really? Really? Is there? So if there's nothing scarier, you should be fine, right? You already did the most terrifying thing." And it was just great. So, if anything, Scott Gibbs as Kageyama is probably one of my favorite performances of the entire show.
Yay.
And I just love it so much. He's an arrogant douchebag, but he's also endearing. He tries to change, and it's kind of adorable when he tries very, very hard. And I just love it so much.
Dilphosaurus stalks its prey, coming in the middle of the night,
Oh, God.
making a noise to warn all other animals
Can
nearby.
we not? Megan, what do you think? I think she's dead right now. I think we need to call 911 for her.
Oh god, that was actually hurting my throat.
God damn.
Okay, you guys. Oh, okay, because you guys weren't on the Devilman Crybaby episode. The guys learned I can actually do a machine gun noise with my mouth.
That's terrifying.
Basically, I did that at one point in the episode, and they were all mildly terrified. So you're all learning that I'm actually probably a semi-decent Foley artist. No, I completely disagree with Gigi, by the way.
Oh.
Hinata is a complex character. I would say this is by far... You know who I think the worst Bryson Baggins character that he played is? The lead in Monster
I'm about to say,
Musume.
it's Monster Musume.
That dude wasn't a character.
So
That was a cardboard cutout to be fucked by a horse.
I wouldn't put myself through that torture.
See, you have standards sometimes.
Yeah, see?
I don't when it comes to watching anime. So after this, I'm going back to watch the Gay Space Rock show. No, not Steven Universe, Land of the Lustrous, which I better be on a Dub Talk episode for. I'm gonna punch a man. But no, I think that he actually nailed Hinata. One of the hardest things I think that Bryson would ever have to nail is Ayumu Murase's ability to make very strange noises. Because if you've never watched Haikyu before, the dub, I implore you to look up any video compilation of Hinata being hit with a volleyball.
Oh, that was great. I love that.
The best one being when somebody suck it up to the Fall Out Boy song.
Oh, God.
It's like, heavy metal broke my heart. I can't make the actual noise.
That's great.
But, so I thought he really nailed it. And I think that he's the perfect person to play Hinata because Hinata's character growth in the next 2 seasons of the show are fantastic. Okay. And I think that you see the starts of it here. I don't think he's just playing a cookie cutter. if the fact that you even dare to compare him to Naruto is a smack in the face to Hinata.
Oh no.
Well, like I
Shoyo
said,
Hinata is 10 times the character Naruto will ever fucking be.
First of all, I haven't even seen most of Naruto.
You're doing yourself a service.
Secondly, I will look forward to being proven wrong in the next 2 seasons.
Same.
Anyway. So I thought Bryson was fantastic. I also want to give Bryson a shout out to the hustle that he has to do to actually be a fucking voice actor.
Oh my
god.
Dude, how the fuck do you function as a human being?
Probably
college,
the same way as
dude.
Cliff does from time to time, because my god, that's like
coffee and
level
pure.
as Cliff
I'm hoping it's coffee and pure rage. And a dog. But anyway, and then on to Scott. Scott Gibbs is also somebody I was really apprehensive because I actually probably would have switched the two of them around.
Oh, interesting.
In my predictions,
Really?
if I'm right. I thought Scott Gibbs was fantastic as Kageyama, and I think to me the moment that really I felt like he really got Kageyama the most is when Kageyama is freaking out before they pull him for Suga for the first time. And he's like slowly sinking back into his old ways because he's scared of Oikawa.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's like, yup, this is why this guy is this character. Yep. I honestly, I really want to see where season 2 goes and season 3, where there's some moments of tension between Kageyama and Hinata. So I look forward to it. And it's really weird to talk about the show because I haven't gotten to see season 2, and I really want to watch the dub of season 2 more than I want to watch the dub of season 1. Because season 2 is a lot more of the character dynamics that I really like. The only part of the anime I haven't seen, and I've read the manga for this, so this is why I know what happens. I haven't actually watched the 3rd season of the show. I've read it. What is that season? Because here's the thing. Season 3 is literally 1 match.
Really?
8 episodes long or something. It's really short.
It's 10.
Yeah.
It's 10 episodes long.
Okay.
And it's 1 match. I'm not saying who it's against, but it's just 1 match. So I really want to see all of these guys kind of come together for that. But I think that season 1 proves that Bryson and Scott were the best 2 choices for this. And with that, do you guys want to kind of move it in? I want to kind of move into final thoughts with that.
Let's go.
And go first since I'm talking already. This is an anime for a long-running shonen series. Like, the manga is still ongoing. It is a very long, very tedious journey, and I believe outside of Ushio and Tora and maybe Rene, and Food Wars, it might be one of the longer shows that Sentai has.
I think so.
But only it and Food Wars have still being made seasons or potentially has seasons to be made. I think that while there are a few little minor technical like pronunciation stuff, this is a really solid dub. And I was not disappointed like I was when Funimation put out 3. Like, that was my biggest fear coming into this, was like, I've just dumped all this money on this show. I've waited for 3 years. This is gonna suck. And it didn't, and I was so relieved. And I was really afraid that Sentai had forgotten how much people really cared about this show. But it's clear to me that they didn't. And that they've kind of learned their lessons from other things that I didn't like in previous releases that they had. I'm really happy they took it now to release it. Because I feel like if this would have come out in, say, like, around the age where Sentai was doing, like, Amnesia's dub, or...
If it was if it was first released at the time, then it was when that first
would have
set
come
came
out. I feel like it would not have been a good
Yeah.
dub. I feel like it would have tanked on arrival. Because I don't think Sentai had found their footing yet and, like, got into a good groove. Do I think this is as good as maybe some of the Funimation? I think it's better the dub than fucking Free is, but at this point, a bunch of goats yelling into a microphone could be a better dub than Free. I think this is it's really good. I don't think it's maybe Sentai's best dub from last year, to be honest. Like, I feel like that they put out some other stuff that I probably would have enjoyed more. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. But I hope that Sentai really keeps up this kind of work, because I really want to see them put a lot of effort for, like, if this show is a lot of, like, male characters, I really want to see what they're going to do for a show like Land of the Lustrous, where there's a bunch of female presenting characters.
Okay.
But I think that they have a good foundation in place. I can't wait to see what they do for season 2 with some of the cast additions for characters like Bokuto, Akashi, the Shiratorizawa team, and a lot of other characters that pop up. Because guess what? There are more teams.
Why am I not
boys.
surprised?
More boys.
More boys. Lots more boys. So with that, I'm gonna pass it over to these two. So hopefully we can get this done soon.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
More boys. I'll go.
Okay.
So, I gave Haikyuu my This Is Fine award at the W's because at the time that I actually wrote my ballot for that, I'd only watched like the first 7 episodes, but I was like, and like even before I watched the episodes, I put it in that slot because I was like, you know what? No matter what I think of the dub, it's gonna be fine. Like, this is fine. I am in the camp that all sports anime needs to have a dub because it is impossible to really enjoy the show and get like all the dramatic tension that you could from watching an anime while you have to read the subtitles at the same time. I think that all sports anime should be dubbed, even if it's like a crappy sports anime. I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm sure there are some that aren't full of boys that I don't like anyway. But I wasn't disappointed in this, which is good for me. Like, I thought the writing was really stellar. The pronunciation issues really were like kind of the downfall for me because that's like a thing that I have. I don't know. I just like, I really like, I'm like, it should sound like this. And then it'll bother me through the whole thing. But that aside, it is a pretty solid dub. I was surprised by the amount of new actors or actors I have not heard of before that were in this, like with the casting choices and everything. So I'm like Megan, I'm not disappointed. I really do like this dub and I enjoy it. I can't wait to see how these actors are going to progress in their roles as the seasons move on, because Haikyuu season 2 didn't get the sub-only release. It hasn't been released yet at all in a physical.
Yeah, they hadn't released the subsequent seasons.
Yeah, so like we knew they had it, but they just weren't letting it out. So like when they actually released, because I have the sub set, like I bought it, I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, I held off on buying it for the longest time out of hope, and I'm glad I did.
I was like, I have it, so I double bought Haikyuu, and I actually had just finished watching it in the sub, like I think like 3 months before the dub came out. So like literally, I watched Haikyuu season 1 twice, back to back, basically. But you know, I really like this anime. Is it my favorite sports anime? No. Is this my favorite dub that Sentai's ever put out? No. But they're both serviceable. I really enjoy them, and I'm happy that they're dubbing a sports anime. Now, if only Sentai could hook up with Discotheque and dub Yowamushi Pedal, my life would be fucking complete, because Yowamushi Pedal is my favorite sports anime. But, you know, I can't say too many bad things about this dub. I can't say too many, oh my god, outstanding ones either. But this is fine. This is fine. I really wanted it. This is what I wanted, and I got it. I can't complain. So props to everybody at Sentai who made this happen. You've made the Fujo's dreams come true. Finally, it is time. Stephanie.
So I've also been waiting for this dub to happen for years. Like I just said, I was holding off on buying it with the hope of a dub ever happening, and
I actually straight up told Sentai to their face I refused to buy the show unless it had
yeah,
a dub.
you did tell Carolyn that.
I was like, nope, not buying,
like
bitches.
you seriously told Carolyn that it was at like what, AB or something?
Twice,
yeah, like the past 2 years that we saw Carolyn there from Sentai.
I've literally harassed Sentai into the ground.
No, I have been patiently waiting for this dub, and it did not disappoint. Again, it got 2 W awards for me this past year. And while there are flaws with the show itself at times, the dub is rather solid. Like, the direction, like I was saying earlier, the 3 different directors we have on the show, they blended together so well that you can't tell whose directing style is what. And especially for me, since I've never watched a dub that's directed by Shannon Reed or John Swayze before yet. So this is interesting. The writing is rather solid, aside from my weird thing with swearing, but if it is in the Japanese, then I completely forgot about that. And a lot of the casting's really solid here. Like, the biggest surprise, obviously, is taking a chance on having fresh-faced, newer voice actors take on a good amount of major roles. That being, like, Orlander's, Justin, Greg Cote, who else we got in there? Cameron's still fairly new, if anything.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him.
But having a lot of fresh-faced, newer voice actors. And Bryson, even though he's been around for the past year or so now, he's still technically a newer voice actor. Even though he's done a lot of major roles at this point. But it's interesting that they decided to take a risk with that and also have a balance with actors we know rather well, because we also have, like, Scott Gibbs, Adam Gibbs, David Waldson here. And it's really interesting, that balance. And each of the actors in this show, they actually play their respective character really well. Some it did take a period of time to adjust to more than others, but at the same time, the only reason why I had to adjust to those people was because they're new, and they probably haven't done a lot of projects yet. So that's the only reason why I had to adjust to them, is because they were probably adjusting to this, you know? And with that, if that's one of the few critiques I have about the casting and dub as a whole, that's not bad, honestly. Like, I really like this show. I like this dub cast. It's really solid. Despite what I said earlier about Scott Gibbs and me being hesitant about dramatic roles for him, there's a reason why I decided, you know what, I have a passing curiosity of no game, no life, and I bought the damn thing. And I may have...
Someone's gonna regret that later.
Yep. You know
Her
what?
name is Lilac.
I probably will regret that later, but you know what? Fuck everything right now, because
It's alright, I bought the limited edition.
Well, I got the DVD, and to be fair, it was during that DVD clearance sale, so I don't regret anything on that one, because it was like $5 to $7. But this Haikyuu is a dub that I enjoy. Like, it's a fun show. I'm excited to see where season 2 and season 3 goes. I just really like it. To be fair, there are those missed opportunities again, and I'm very disappointed. But they also made up for it with some fun performances in the end, so I like it overall.
And with that, we've won our match. The winner takes all.
Fam.
Let's go,
did it, fam.
Dateko!
Let's go, Dub Taco.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice.
Anyway, if you would like to watch Haikyuu, if you'd like to watch the sub version, you can head on over to Crunchyroll and watch all 3 seasons. I don't believe they're behind any paywall right now, because it's been a couple of years, but you could watch it all there. If you would like to watch the dub, you can head over to High Dive, who I believe is still in beta. They also recently got a mobile app for your Android and iOS system, and they are trying to beta other applications. So here's hoping that a PS4 app or a Roku app is not far behind.
About to say, I would love a Roku app. That would make my life so easy.
I'm actually thinking about getting a Roku just to stick it out in our fucking living room, so I don't have to drag my PS4.
Rokus are worth their weight in gold. You should totally invest.
I'm about to say, I got a Roku for Christmas, and I love my Roku.
Stick or a box?
I have a box.
I have a box.
How much is the box?
I have no idea.
Bucks? Anyway, digressing. If you would like to, you know what? Whore yourselves out.
I mean, you can also get Haikyuu on DVD and Blu-ray.
Oh, that's right. You can also buy Haikyu on DVD and Blu-ray in either the limited edition or the standard edition
Oh, the limited.
from the Sentai Shop and other or other fine anime retailers. Like we said, the second season was delayed by a couple months, but by the time this is out, which is probably either sometime next month or the beginning of March, that delay will not be as noticeable as it was back in November.
The box is really nice, guys. It's a really nice box.
It honestly is a really nice box.
Well, the next Sentai show I think I might be on, I technically owe buying a box for. So Gigi gets to yell at me at Anime Boston over that one. Whore yourselves.
Gigi, whore yourself.
God damn it.
I've got your volleyball knee pads and your short shorts.
My name is Gigi. I have a Jesus kink. And you can follow me on Twitter and YouTube at Animepalooza, where I embarrass myself every day, talk about noise and talk about boys, and I guess
you also
noises.
talk about different noises, but
I do talk about noises, mostly me yelling wah ha 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 hi, and I play Udapri Shining Live a lot because I'm a loser, but.
Okay, I play Love Live, so...
I recently downloaded Amnesia, guys.
Hey, did you finish that route?
I haven't yet. I haven't had time.
Okay,
I was stuck in dubby editing hell, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lilac should totally play School Idol Festival, just saying.
No.
I will. It's downloaded now. I just haven't bothered to play it.
You should save up because the next, I believe the next Muse you are is Ellie.
Oh, well, then I will be doing that. Anyway.
And she's a pirate.
Ooh, I need it. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I do. I talk about boys and anime stuff and subscribe to my YouTube channel for fun, I guess.
I guess.
If not, you don't love fun.
Look,
wow.
I've had like 2 hours of sleep and 6 in the past 2 days. So I'm tired.
Christ, child, you need to go
Gigi
to bed.
is tired. Somebody please give me a body pillow or be the body, and then you can be my pillow. The end.
Okay. My name is Stephanie, also known as
baby.
Lilac, and when I am not the team mom / team dad, aka the child of Suga and Tenchi. You can follow me on YouTube. On Twitter at Lilac Anime Review, with review being spelled REVUE, where I really only tweet about my life and my editing struggles. Which, if you were following my editing struggles for the past month or so, you would know they were W related. Or sometimes, if I feel like tweeting it, because I'm being a child and watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. And I'll sometimes tweet about it. It's great.
Chaz is best boy.
That's not how you spell Yami Yugi.
CHAZZ.
No. I'm watching the original, not...
Chaz likes the little, poop monsters.
I'm watching the original. I'm not watching GX, by the way.
Oh, well, then Kaiba would be best boy.
That is not how you say Yami Yugi. You shut your whore mouth. Sorry. But,
Oh, God, she's making the DILF noise again.
But anyway, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Lilac Anime Review, where I just post whatever I frickin' feel like and try to wrangle these
Steph,
nerds
please
on a
edit
daily
this
basis.
so that our pimps make sense, please.
God damn it.
I'm so tired. Oikawa, where are you? David Wald, can you please sing me a lullaby? Oh my God.
Rockabye Gigi on the
No,
treetop.
David Wald. Dilphosaurus Rex.
Rockabye baby. No.
Megan, please, can we finish the episode and go to bed?
My name is Megan. You can follow me at QueenEra2, where I shitpost on a daily basis and make Lilac want to smack me in
All
the face.
the fucking time.
I'm also apparently a Dilphosaurus. You can also hang out with me on the Funimation Discord, as well as Classy Spartan and Spaceman Hardy. With that, we are finally done. I want to go to
How
bed.
can you watch
Thank you all
Dub
for
Talk?
listening. Oh yeah, you can go to our YouTube channel, you suckers.
You're already here. Subscribe, man.
You're already here. Subscribe. Hit the notification. You can follow us on Twitter at dubtalkpodcast. You can follow our social media. You can follow our adventures. You can punch me in the face if you can find me, motherfuckers.
You can come to our panel at Anime Boston.
Anime Boston.
Yeah.
Details to follow. And if you find him, find Andrew, Classy Spartan, and suplex him. With that being said, we are done here. And from all of us ladies here at Dub Talk to all of you, get that chance ball otaku on and
Let's go.
God
Let's
damn,
go.
Velociraptor.
Let's go, Dacheko.
Damn it.
Love your faces. Please don't murder me.
Good night, everyone.
otaku on my
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I was trying to talk as a dinosaur. I was trying to talk as a dinosaur.
Oh my god.
Open
I'm
it up,
stopping.
get on
It's
the floor.
3 hours.
Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Oh my God.